What is a ray of light without the shadow it creates? What is the darkness without desire for flame? What is a warrior without a worthy foe? What would you like to do? It's time to roll. When the lines between good and evil are blurred, no one knows if there is Dune or Paler came first. An ancient struggle throughout all time to push against the other keeps both upright. Is the coming chaos worth the peace? Is it all just a puzzle to complete? A one-sided coin can't exist, isn't real, and thus goes the tales of Ethyl. Thus goes the tales of Ethyl.
Let's not worry about that. Hi guys, welcome. Thanks for the lurk. There, chick. Dyer trying to get nasty. We got another shot already. God, we are a disaster today, but that's okay. It's episode 14. First and foremost, I want to say thank you guys for getting us to 2,000 listens over on Spotify. That's ridiculous. That's fucking crazy. I'm excited for today. Just a quick heads up, over on Spotify, after this episode airs on Spotify, there is going to be a little mini one-shot for Miss Dyer to find out what happened with her and Mystrix. So after you listen to this or you go watch this, go check that out when I post it. It's gonna be great. It's a lot of fun. But we're gonna start this show the same way that we always do. And this one is actually, this is for the 2,000. This one's to you guys. I'm gonna do my little shot here for you guys. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much. Tink. Always delicious. All right. So we're gonna start off with our little introductions. In the bottom left, we have Silus.
Hi, I'm Zephyr. I play Silus, and we are a mess.
Right next to him, we have Kazim.
I'm Josh. I play Kazim, and I specifically am a mess.
And right next to him, we have Mystrix.
Hi guys, I'm Dyer. I play the lovely loyal bard cat, and I don't know what I am.
And last but not least, we have Nico.
Hi, my name is Dragon. Shit has gone to work, yo, everyone. It's so bad.
I see that we've got one more shot, so I'm going to take that really quick, because I am Uppercase Karma, I am your DM, and I am the king of disasters. So, we're going to have some fun. Yes, chick, we all feel that. Cheers, one more for you guys. Tink. Boop. All right. Oh, God. Could be a long day. All right. Let us start off and get in the mood as we go into our tale of magical wondering of a homebrew based on a video game, based on a homebrew, as we get into Tales of Ethyl. Where we last were is our group had ventured out from Peakbarrow for once, finally. It took forever, but we managed to leave, and they ventured off to go find the secret meeting that Silus had set up with a person named Thalden. After some trips and some interesting little viewpoints that we found, we did manage to get to the campsite in which Thalden was hiding out at. Silus did have his conversation with Thalden and finding out some more information and having a couple questions of his own. And on the way back, they were all grouped together, was having a conversation as their own, but Silus managed to come back as they were attacked by two bar guests. After a successful battle between the two, able to defeat those bar guests, they were sitting together trying to figure out what exactly to do next. Well, Nico had handed a letter off to Kazim, and weirdly enough, Mystrix had found out that letter was in her bag, and feeling her trust betrayed by Nico, had decided to wander off all on her own. While the rest of the group was sitting, and Kazim, with some investigation into the carriage, found himself a ring that he decided that he was going to put on, and felt incredibly sleepy after some horrific rolls. and some interesting
God.
role playing. Kazim is dying. They are heading back to Peakbarrow, trying to get him healed. And we have found out that Nico is completely incompetent when it comes to medicine and strength. It's always interesting things to know.
Also telling when someone's eyes are open.
Can't tell when everyone's
was
asleep.
flatlining, okay?
You still
Come
don't know
on.
what it means.
In case he goes flatline, I'm supposed to wake him up. How am I supposed to know how it looks like? Man. Fucking god damn it.
Anyway, as we are figuring out what is happening now, we aren't too sure where Mystrix is at the moment, but Kazim has been brought inside into the lights, and Nico is right next to him. And Silus, I believe you decided that you were going to go over to the magic shop, correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, we're going to start with Kazim and Nico sitting in the infirmary as Kazim is hamming up his horrible illness, what's going on. I'd like to ask you two, Kazim, Nico, what would you like to do?
Please, no, you can't be dying. Not right now. Like we really don't have time and the resources. Please, like, wake up, buddy. We gotta find Mystrix. You know, please don't die. They're like shaking him on his arm as they're like sitting there in the infirmary.
Am I like laying in a bed or
Yeah,
something?
you're just laying in a bed. You're very comfortable. You're just a little sleepy.
I'm just moving the blanket up over my chest. Oh, I'm dying.
you immediately see the nurse come up and go, "Oh my goodness, what seems to be the issue?"
There was a curse inflicted on me by some werewolves out in the wood.
Roll for deception.
Look,
30-20.
Shit, oh my fucking god.
Oh, werewolves? How? You don't have a scratch on you. That is amazing.
It was a mage werewolf.
I've never
Crazy.
heard of. Wow. Okay. Let me
Just to clarify, it's
and
not lycanthropy. It's not lycanthropy.
She's not listening to you. She's immediately running off to go find other people to come bring in. Believing that a mage werewolf has decided to curse you.
They're gonna stab me with silver now. Fuck. Fucked up.
No, Kazim.
Okay, Nico.
What?
Not if, when I die. I want you to take my
Oh,
father's
no.
dagger and stab it directly into my chest. Wait, I'll tell you when I'm dead. Okay? When you look me in the eyes and I say nothing and my eyes are open and you ask, are you alive? And I nod yes, that's when you're okay to stab me, alright?
So when you have your eyes open and I ask
Eyes
if
are
you're
open.
dead and you say yes,
Eyes are open, I'm
supposed to
fully
stab
dead,
you.
no heartbeat. When I nod my head yes to the question, are you dead? Then and only then can you stab me.
Okay, fine. Okay, sure. I'll remember that. Stop you when I ask you and you nod. Cool. Okay. Got it.
As
What if you don't nod?
Then don't stab me.
the nurse quickly comes back with what seems to be a beautiful silver dagger. As she's
Not lycanthropy, woman.
she grabs your hand and goes, he doesn't know what he's talking about, as she starts trying to cut open your hand. Does a 17 hit you?
Yes, it hits me.
Take 5 points of slashing damage. As this nurse comes up with a silver dagger and cuts you in the hand and goes, "Oh, you're not... Are you sure it was a werewolf?"
He was a werewolf wizard. He
Well,
didn't scratch me. He gave me a different
You
curse.
you see the other nurse that's there goes, "Well, anything from a werewolf usually ends up in like, yeah, I've never heard of anything. Okay. Well, what kind of, if it's not lycanthropy and you've been cursed, what kind of curse is it?"
I did take damage. I rolled the d20. I got a 16.
You're fine.
I think it's a curse of slow and painful death.
A
Like,
curse of slow and pain.
You should
How-
have seen
how are
him,
you
like,
actually
he was
feeling?
all weird.
Describe your symptoms.
Symptoms currently, my heart is beating so much faster, and it hurts every time it beats. My lungs are slowly filling with water as though they were some sort of container to be filled with water.
Roll for deception.
25.
As you see, the more symptoms you're describing, their eyes are getting whiter and whiter, and they kind of look at each other, and they start kind of. It's two half-elf females as their skin goes pale, trying to. Who do we get? We don't have any arbiters.
Do none of you know remove curse? Some sort of removal of curses?
Well, I have to go get my supervisor. I will be right back.
Hold on. Before you get your supervisor, why do you have to go get your supervisor? Why can't you handle this?
Well, you said slow and painful death. That sounds like a very powerful curse. So
No, it was a minor curse. It was a minor curse. You can do this.
if it's a minor curse, then you
How do
probably
you know?
wouldn't be dying.
Well, it's a minor curse of slow and painful death. See, the wizard, he's not very good at it.
Roll for deception again.
Oh my god.
23. I'm just gonna fucking
Oh my
mop the
God.
floor.
I've
not rolled lower than a 12 for deception.
You don't understand. If we get this wrong, we might accidentally speed up the process, and you might
You have to
actually
try
die.
I'm willing to live with
something.
that.
Well, if we go get our supervisor,
Well-
it guarantees that he'll be okay.
Okay, but make sure you've already detected what the curse is, and so have I, so he should just go straight to the curing.
Okay. Okay, and they kind of wander off to go get the supervisor.
Fuck, I thought this was just gonna be a quick in and out, like, get rid of this curse. That's definitely
Kazim, you are
killing me.
literally dying. Like, we need.
Yeah.
Like, come on, buddy. Buddy, like, we can't be fucking choosy right now.
Again, sitting there, blanket up to my chest, just grinning like a jackass, breathing fine, smiling a little.
as they come back with a much taller kind of Aarakocra. You see, he's got brown feathers and he's got like an orange bill as he kind of walks in with his hands kind of in front of him, and he kind of looks at you and he goes, "Feeling ill, Kazim?"
Do I recognize this man?
You've seen him around once or twice. You know it's Titus. You've heard the name. You've seen him. You know that he's generally the supervisor of the actual library section. And he's like, "Well, let's see if we can't. I'm told that you've been cursed."
Nico, would you give us the room?
What? I'm supposed to do what now?
Would you kindly step outside and give us privacy for like 12 seconds?
How am I supposed to stab you if I can't ask you?
You see him kind of look over and go, "Stab."
Don't worry about it.
you?"
It's a deal we made.
Okay, but 12 seconds and I'm back. And if you're not good, we're gonna
Titus
have
will
an
knock on
issue.
the door for you, and you're more than welcome to come back in. Okay.
Okay.
12
Fine.
seconds. I was being hyperbolic when I said 12 seconds.
If you need help, if you need, just shout. I'm gonna burst in, Eldritch Blast, everything. You know.
Okay.
Just shout for help.
Thank you, Nico. Thank you.
He's in good hands, dude. You don't need to worry. As he pats you on the
Oh,
shoulder,
yeah?
Nico, and
Yeah,
the
last fucking time we almost fucking died here. Okay, this is not okay.
you see him kind of
Nico,
confused.
if I scream the code word, just immediately barge down the door and kill.
You see him very confused as
God,
he's
I
pushing.
got you, Kazim.
He's pushing you with the other scribes to kind of leave the room, and you see him kind of sit back and go, "All right, care to tell me your symptoms, Kazim?"
We're alone in this room. Nobody's listening.
There's no one else in this room.
I put on a ring and I'm feeling slightly tired. I just need like a remove minor curse. I thought this was gonna go way faster.
Did you try and convince my scribes that you were dying because you felt a little tired?
I needed some
Your
urgency.
friend is out there and seems incredibly worried about you.
That is true.
You made quite the dramatic entrance for feeling a little. You know what? Not my monkeys, not my circus. Let's see if we can figure out what it is. As he kind of puts his hands out in front of him, and you see this golden light kind of leave him as it's kind of going all over your body, and you see him kind of. You seem to have found yourself a ring of hibernation, and you would have just fallen asleep if you would have taken damage. Okay, easily enough.
Just got stabbed, man. I'm fine.
Obviously, it's a fairly weak curse. A little bit excessive for you to come here. Feel like you probably could have handled it yourself, but that's neither here nor there. As he just kind of waves this weird, like, it seems like powder coming down as it, like, kind of goes along. And across your heart, you see it kind of focusing on this weird, like, symbol on your chest as it begins to kind of dissolve it away. And you no longer feel tired anymore.
Yay. The ring still works, right?
I wouldn't put it back on.
I'm still wearing it. I'm currently wearing it.
You see that he tries to do that, and the symbol starts coming back, and you still feel tired.
It's kind of worth it.
Well, if you really want the curse to be taken off, you're gonna have to remove the ring, and then I could remove the curse from you.
Okay, how do we remove the curse from the ring?
I don't deal with magical items. I'm not entirely sure. You might go talk to, say, Netton. Perhaps he would know. I'm worried it may be tied to the enchantment on the actual ring.
Damn it. Okay. The ring is so nice, though.
It's like only 1 in 20 chance, right?
It's a 5% chance to fall asleep every time I get hit.
For 8 hours in the middle of combat.
Instantly 8 hours of the most refreshing sleep I've ever had.
In the middle of combat.
Probably your last one.
If I get stabbed, would I wake up?
No, it's magical sleep.
No?
No,
Hell yeah.
it's
I'll
magical
keep the
sleep.
ring on. I'll keep the ring and the curse.
So we went all the way back here.
I was gonna say, we
I thought it would just...
split the party across the country. Fuck off.
I hope this was
When you
fucking
say it
worth
like
it.
that.
I hope this was worth it so much.
When you say it like that, it's kind of...
Well,
I thought
makes
you
it
were
sound like my
dying.
fault.
You better fucking hope that Netton gets my magic item made, or I will
Alright.
skin you alive and stuff you into a pillow.
Speaking
Titus,
of...
I'm feeling a lot of outside stress. I'm gonna take off the ring. Can you heal me again, please?
I think that's for the better. And he kind of grabs a little box that he has, and he's like, just put it in here. I'll give you back it, but don't put it on again. As he one more time waves his hand over, and you see the symbol begin to dissolve on your chest again, and it dissipates, and you're no longer tired. And he quickly locks the box, puts a key in it, and goes, don't put it back on.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I'll slowly slide it into the bag of holding.
And he walks over to the door and goes, if there's nothing else, he knocks on the door and goes, your friend is ready.
I burst in like a fucking like Eldritch Blast ready in my hand.
I imagine that Kazim like put on a bandage on his head and like on his arm and shit as quickly as he could.
It was a really difficult battle against that curse, but we handled it.
He's gonna. You see Titus kind of.
Thank you.
You see Titus just be like, he's going to be just fine. Just make sure he doesn't put that ring in that box on again.
What ring?
There's. Never mind. Have a good day. He just walks the fuck out.
What?
While this is
What's he
happening.
talking about, Kazim?
While this is happening, Silus, you were walking across the courtyard over to Netton's shop, and it's about 3-ish in the afternoon as you're walking in, and you open the door and you hear that ding. And he flies open the back, and you see that he's got like soot all over his face for some fucking reason. You see his little hammer and what looks to be a torch, and the other one goes, "Oh, Silus, hello."
Hello, Netton. I'm sorry to bother you again.
Ah, you're a treasure to have around. Can I help you?
I was wondering if I could have either an item in your possession or a commission made as quickly as infeasibly possible.
What are we looking for?
My friend Kazim, the feathered one.
I remember. He fell into into my stuff, and I gave him the necklace. That's right.
Yes. He has very much a deep interest of magic items, as I'm sure you are aware.
Oh,
But
he's got a
it
keen
seems
eye.
his interests have led to certain side effects, and he's currently being cured of a curse from one such item.
He just found a magical item and just put it on, didn't he?
Yes, absolutely. He absolutely did that. Yes.
That tracks.
Yeah. I was wondering because obviously I myself am not experienced in that school of magic. If there would be an item we could imbue with a way to identify magical properties and curses, so that we don't need to come back to Peakbarrow every 3 days.
Well, I have we have a couple options here. So, I have 1 second, and he kind of like quickly just kind of wipes his face off with a rag and throws it on the counter. As you see him kind of like walking with his hands behind his back as he's looking around his little shop, and aha! And he picks up this little pedestal that you see that seems to have like a wooden stick on it, and he just kind of puts it on the counter. He starts walking around again. Here we go. And he kind of picks up a small little box and he puts it on there. He goes, all right, let me show you what we've got here. So here's our 3 options. The first option is I've got this, and you see he brings that little wooden stick in front of you and go, this is a wand of identify. Now it can identify. This is a little pricey, I must warn you, because there's no limit on how many times you can use it, so it's a little pricey on this. But what it can do is you can cast the spell identify as many times as you'd like, and it'll tell you the properties, what it can do. The only unfortunate thing is it won't tell you if it's cursed. That's the only drawback here. Or I've got this, and he pulls over this little box and he goes, this one's a little bit cheaper because that's not as useful, but in Kazim's case, I feel might be a little useful. And he kind of opens up this box to this. It looks like a brooch almost. It's a gold little like scarab with like a red crystal on it. He goes, now this is a brooch of curses. What it does is it can tell you if the item in your hand is cursed. It only has 2 charges per day. It does recharge at every sunset, but when you're holding the item in your hand, you say the activation word, which is any word that he can pick or that you pick, and it'll tell you if there's a curse on it or not. It's a little bit of a cheaper price. Or our third option here, it's going to be the most expensive. I can imbue something that can both identify and detect curses.
I will put on the table 6 gold and a holy hand grenade.
I already have 2 of those. Roll for persuasion.
Yeah. Persuasion. Okay, it's not the worst in the world.
We flooded the market, guys.
That's a 19.
Now I do have two more of those already, but I think I could probably trade you the brooch if you'd like to. The one's a bit much rarer, so it's pretty up there in price. But I could either give you a discount on either the commission or on the wand, or I could just give you the brooch, which might be a little bit more useful to Kazim in the first place.
I think the brooch is what we're looking for.
Okay, easily enough, and he kind of brings the hand grenade and goes, now I do have a question about these. I didn't manage to ask the other 2 about this. They didn't really answer. Can you tell me where you keep getting these?
They were an asset given to us by the Archmage of Riversrun.
That makes
The-
okay. That makes a lot of sense. I was getting a little worried that perhaps the guard were gonna bust in through the front door looking. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
They are a custom make, so the three that you are now in possession of, there are no others like it.
Well, there's gonna be here soon because I've got lots of tests.
Exactly, which means you will have the corner of it, and they were given to us on a private investigation, so perhaps you could spin a bit of a story to help push them along.
Oh, absolutely. These were found in a deep, dark dungeon where there were ghouls and zombies that were I think I can spin a little something. But I must let you know about this brooch, and he kind of boxes it up and he puts a little bow on it and goes, whoever has it, you do need to attune to it for a little bit. But what you do is when you're attuning to it, you think of a word. You think of a word in your mind, and when you use that word, that's going to use the spell. So make sure it's not a very common word, because if you do use it in normal, it will activate it. And I must tell you, if you use both the charges in one day, it might break. So it's very fragile, so be very careful. So pick a word,
Absolutely.
not a very common word, and it should be. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. It'll be fine. 2 charges.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your assistance.
It's always a pleasure to have you guys in here. Anytime, I'm always here. I love it.
If we're ever back in Peakbarrow, I'll make sure to come in and say hello.
You know where to find me. Here you are, sir. And he's kind of looking at the grenade, and you see him. You start flinching a little bit as he's holding it up, and he's like shaking it. You know, oh god, it might go off.
Yep.
Excuse me.
I have 4 silver to my name.
If you do notice that he doesn't scoop up the gold, so you could try and take it back if you'd like.
No. I'm a man of my deal. and
Honest
this
man.
will be- This is the first time I've ever paid for something.
It's
so,
also
you
the
know.
first time you've got in the shop without Kazim, so
Yeah, there you go.
all right.
So he should be able to sleep a little soundly at night. That he's not going to have to pay out any more insurance.
Fucking fraud. Anyway,
Oh my
as
God.
this is happening, Nico and Kazim, what are you guys doing?
Never do this again, Kazim. We thought you're gonna die.
All right. Okay, so there is a big muscly man we need to go find.
Silus.
Yes, Silus. I know his name, of course.
Insight check.
Roll for insight. Kazim, roll for deception or persuasion.
Oh, where's my dice? There are my dice. You know, let's go for this one today. Insight, huh?
Yeah,
Total of 6.
yeah, you totally believe him. 100% believe
The
him.
most gullible man ever
Oh,
fucking.
no. Were you lying,
Oh
Kazim?
my
Did you
God,
forget?
That's a natural one.
I didn't forget Silas's name. I was just trying to figure out where I was going with that.
You could tell that he obviously lost track of who the fuck he was talking to, but yeah, he didn't forget Silas's name, but he totally forgot who he was talking about.
Yeah, right. Silus. We're looking for Silus. You know, the other man who helped save your life today.
And he did help, but like, he didn't even carry me up the stairs. Like,
I'm sure he had a more important thing going on. Like, we can't, you know. He probably had a reason, cause you know.
where is he anyway?
I don't know.
Not inside the building. And Nico, you know he didn't go inside the building, so you know he's somewhere
I
outside.
have no idea.
Do I have a sending stone on me? I don't remember.
You do, and I
you
think
have one,
and Mystrix
then
have the other.
Mystrix has the other.
I think the last person I gave it to was Silus. I have no reason to believe Silus doesn't have it.
No, Mystrix definitely has it. 100%
No,
has it.
so
Yeah, but I never saw that transaction between Silus and Mystrix.
No, so you might think that Silas has it. You have no idea who the fuck has it.
you just know that Nico does.
You just hear
Hey,
the.
this is Kazim, who has the other sending stone.
You just hear
I'm
the.
very confused.
Boop, 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 and it hangs up. There's no answer on the other side.
You've got 11 more words.
Yeah.
Did something happen to him?
Meet us in Rivers Run. We will talk to Archie. How many
What?
words do I have left?
6.
6?
How many
Yeah.
words do I have?
I think-
That was 7 words.
What's for dinner? I'm thinking chicken.
All right, that's it. You don't hear. After a moment, you don't hear any response from the other side.
Kazim,
Okay. I'm a little
we
concerned.
can't just leave for Rivers Run without Silus. That's
We
we
can't.
can't do that.
I think I want to ham this up a little more, but I don't know how far I'm gonna get now. So I'm just gonna stand
what
up.
do we ham?
I'm just gonna stand up and start walking.
Okay. So,
You can walk?
Yeah, I can walk. They removed the curse, Nico.
Aren't you like tired or something? I mean, like you were dying, Kazim. Like, how can you be better in like
I was
fucking
dying. I'm
20
better.
seconds?
I'm better now. They removed the curse. It's fine.
And just like that, like you're all good and dandy, like can jump and run and fly again, like it was nothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
What did he put in you? And like he like holds like his face, like in his hands, watching it from every angle.
It was a great big blue potion, and he had to. Unfortunately, I couldn't drink it.
What? How,
But it cured the curse. Yay!
but if you couldn't drink a potion, how did it help you?
I just
he poured
imagined
it-
like the noise of do 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 do, just the silence.
That's the only thing going through Christine's head.
well, while while Kazim graphically describes his enema to Nico, Silus, you just walk outside of the shop.
I'm gonna make my way back to the light.
Roll for perception.
Okay. No, I've been dying this entire fucking session. Perception, you said. That's a 19.
As you're walking out of the shop, you do look over and you see a very familiar horse and a black tabaxi riding atop of it, riding in towards the light.
With a white pom-pom tail.
Yep.
I will follow.
Mystrix,
I like.
you do.
I'm not gonna hide, but I'm gonna give her some space.
Mystrix, you do notice Silus there as you were riding into town.
But seeing him and realizing he's coming out of a store, I'm gonna like go over to the light and stop my horse at the light.
Okay. You bring it up to the little tie hitches at the front of the light, and you're able to hop off and tie Buttercup up to the little stand in front of you. And I assume that Nico and Kazim are now walking out at this point, while Kazim is going graphically into details as they open up the door and see Mystrix at the bottom.
I'm holding Kazim's like fucking wings so tightly, like not letting him go
It's okay.
out of my
It's all right.
side.
We got a step here. Watch it, and we're good.
Whilst I'm walking up to the light, I'm gonna pin the brooch to like my head wrap that
Okay.
I've got. So yeah.
I see you all made it in one piece.
Debatable.
Well, Kazim narrowly escaped death today, and man, it was close. It was so close.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
literally dying
So-
on the bed.
So very close. So very close. It was.
Like we had to get who was it? Like the arbiter to fix him. Like he had to drink this weird blue potion. I didn't know what was in it. But I haven't even seen the potion. But like he was dying, Mystrix. It was so bad.
Roll. to see
I may
if
have-
I believe him.
Deception
I mean,
in
I mean, like
Nico rolls.
believes
Nico rolls for
100%.
persuasion.
My persuasion, 19 plus 8 is a total of 27.
And what I'm rolling insight.
Yeah. Kazim, you're rolling for deception.
Got a 24. So I believe
Ooh.
Nico.
Did you?
But-
What'd you get?
17.
You
Oh.
100% believe that Nico believes everything that he's saying to you, but you look over at Kazim and you see him just kind of like sitting there like.
Everything he said, it's been in a sarcastic tone. Yep.
Yeah, you see, he seems to have a headache, and he doesn't understand. You can tell that obviously he doesn't think what Nico is saying is actually the truth.
I may have made a mistake convincing Nico.
Are you sure your lies and deceit haven't gone a little too far here?
What do
They,
you mean convincing me, Kazim?
letting you know the truth, of course, that I was about to die.
Oh God. She literally just like puts her hand over her eyes and she's just like, oh God.
Kazim,
I'm sorry, it's compulsive. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Yes, Nico, my dearest friend, my savior.
I will keep our promise. I know the safe word. I know the code word. I will.
Do you know the code word? I don't think I ever
I
told you what the
absolutely-
code word is.
No, we have a code word. Like
What is that code word?
flatliner.
Code word is code word.
Yeah, it is.
That's
You did say
What is the code
flatline.
word?
You did say flatline was the code word. That absolutely is.
Did I?
Yeah.
I do not remember the
last
last
session, you said that's the code word.
Well, there we go.
I got you, Kazim. I promise. I promise. As soon as I see your father, I'm going to tell him how big of an asshole he is. I swear, Kazim, I will do that for you.
I'd rather
Like,
tell him
even if I
myself.
die because of it, but you know.
What the fuck are you talking about dying?
I mean,
Well.
look. And
Okay, I'm just gonna let you all have your moment here.
Dire, what are
Um.
you? Or fuck. Fuck. Mystrix, what are you doing back here?
you're back.
I figured something bad was happening and I should probably come back and make sure you all don't need me.
Insight.
Ooh.
Oh,
You're
muted.
muted.
You're pantomiming.
No, just miming.
Mime away, bestie, mime away.
Josh, roll for insight. Dire, either roll for persuasion or deception, whichever one whichever one you think it is.
Okay, which one goes? Okay, cool. 23.
Okay.
I just need to send this one to the Discord really quick because that wasn't.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
With my insight, it's a 26.
Ooh.
He knows.
He knows.
What would he know though?
I have
We don't know.
Whatever he
knows.
knows.
insight out of a win.
He knows that 110% believes that's the reason she came back, was to make sure that you all didn't need her.
Okay.
Good enough for me.
Oh, we're glad to have you back.
We do need you, clearly. The team kind of falls apart when we split up.
Yeah.
I mean, death does love when we do. So,
Oh yeah, that's a drink for me, by the way. Tink.
gosh, bestie, keep up.
All right.
So, back to Rivers Run, take 2. Right?
Are you sure you all don't need to rest first?
I mean, I don't know what that
He
medic,
still has
like,
bandages
person
on
did.
him, and you look like you're stressing the fuck out.
Oh yeah, bandages. I'm just gonna start ripping those off.
What? Kazim, no! Kazim!
Nico, you were amazed as he's ripping these bandages off, and he is perfectly healed. He looks
Well,
brand new, except for the cut on his hand.
Yeah.
Everything else, he looks
Oh my God.
he looks like he's just woken up fresh. It's
I am
a
not
Paylor
a man of
miracle.
religion, but holy fuck, what did
Well,
he do?
As a man of religion, let me tell you, this is perfectly normal.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Silas, you're watching all of this and are unimpressed.
Yeah, because I know the truth.
Yeah,
He
you
was- I was
100%
there.
know he was overselling that a lot.
Yep.
Then, well,
I'm
I
just sort of
guess
I'm
we need
leaning
to
against
find-
the stable, just shaking my head.
we all need to decide if we're staying or going.
I mean, it's a
Rivers
long
Run is
road.
Rivers Run is a hot minute away, and we're already later in the evening.
I mean, we can probably just camp on the road. Like, you know, like what else could possibly go wrong that already didn't go wrong on the
Why'd
way
you
there?
have to say that out loud? We were all thinking it.
What else could
I
go
mean,
wrong
somebody has to say it.
aside from us all getting angry at each other again?
Or even better, more werewolves.
Oh my god.
We're goblins.
We're
We're
gobs.
Mystrix. I don't know when I missed those, but Kazim apparently has been fighting some werewolf wizards, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And like,
I'm 110% just gonna like.
It's the same thing roles as before, where Nico 100% believes it, but you see Kazim kind of behind Nico, just kind of chuckling to himself, trying to hide it.
Just one of those. Take a deep breath. Okay.
man.
Um.
And then you left off somewhere. Like, we got so worried about you and all, and like, where we're splitting, Kazim was dying. Silus just like up and left, like when we were trying to get Kazim into the light. Like, it was all kind of mad situation, and just. Oh.
I'm gonna take it that we need to take a nap before we leave, so that you can de-stress.
That's probably for the best.
Silas, is that agreeable?
Would be safer than camping out there and risking an attack from whatever lurks in the wilderness.
Well, I will put my horse in the stable, and I will meet you, I guess, at the feathered bed.
I'll pay for room and board, since this is my fault.
Oh my god, Kazim, you are so generous on your deathbed.
Okay. Okay, Nico. I'm no longer on my deathbed. We can stop talking about it, please.
I mean, how could you know? Like, you know.
And we
you
almost
could be
die all
like-
the time. It's fine. It's fine.
By the way, Kazim, did you get the ring sorted, or is that still a no-go?
What ring? Like, we were talking about a ring before, but like,
Yes. The ring. It was
did you get married or
unfortunately.
something?
Yes. Unfortunately, it was destroyed in the in the process of the curse.
Roll for deception.
Well, what? Wait, what curse? What?
The
What ring?
I assume I'm rolling insight.
Yes. What'd you get?
Unless you believe me.
I'm just gonna send a picture to the group chat.
Oh my god, is it a nat 20?
Yep.
Yeah, you know for a fact that he's talking out his asshole. What did you get for persuasion, though? Or for deception?
Another one.
That's a drink for y'all. Nico, you know, for some reason, it's the weirdest thing. Kazim seems to be lying about a ring.
Kazim?
Yeah, what's up?
Are you?
Everybody drink,
Are
bitches.
you sure there was no ring?
There was a ring that
There
we
was a
put
ring
on.
at one point in time.
He found a ring after we fought those wolf creatures, and it cursed him and made him feel tired. So I left him in your care whilst I went after Mystrix.
Kazim?
Yeah.
Is this true?
Is what true?
What Silas is saying? That
Yes.
all of this. You know what? I feel like I deserve this one. I will still keep my promise, but let it be known, Kazim. You're such a bitch. And
I'm
I
aware.
turn
I'm
away
sorry.
towards the fucking feathers bed and walk away.
I'm gonna grab the horse's reins and take it to the stable.
Easily enough, you guys would start making your way through Peakbarrow towards the feathered bed. As Kazim, you're walking in first, and you see Turnell behind the bar as he's cleaning up one of the mugs, and he kind of looks up and goes, "Oh, well, that was fast."
Yeah.
Did you even leave?
Technically, yes.
Well, I assume that you guys are going to be needing more rooms if you're back less than
just
a half
a
day.
night of room and board for the 4 of us. How much is it gonna be?
Well, with the is our furry friend with you, the musical one, Mystrix?
Is Mystrix here? I'll turn around.
Is she in your group? Is she needing room?
As far as I know, did not everybody follow me?
Went to the stable, remember?
Oh,
I'd
that's
take the
right,
horse
that's
to the stable. Yeah.
Did the other two join you?
I'm following. Yeah,
Yeah. Is Mystrix with you guys, or
she'll be here.
Let's say yes.
the 4 rooms? I'll do it for half price, so 2 gold, please.
2 gold, and then how much for drinks and food for the whole night?
They're on the house. As long as she comes down and plays, they're on the house.
Can we cinch that deal? Can we? I have no idea if Mystrix is going to be cool playing. I'm not really her manager.
Mystrix, as you are, you put your horse up, and I assume you're walking in already.
Yeah, walking back. Like, do what? What about me?
You see Kazim trying to haggle with Turnell, and he turns and goes, "Oh, there's my pride and joy. I assume you're gonna be, since you're staying into the night with us again, you're gonna be playing for us again."
Play for you in the morning. My loot and things are on the horse.
I understand. I don't want to overwork you too much. So with the food and drinks, then it'll be about 5 silver for all of you.
If you don't have that,
Alrighty.
Kazim, I do.
Oh, I've got over 100 gold on me. I'm cool. Cool. 5 silver on the table.
Very nice. You guys, here are your keys, and anytime that you want to come down, we'll have food and drink ready for you all.
Silus is just gonna take her key and walk straight up to her room.
Nico will linger at the bar for a bit, but he'll just grab a drink and also go up.
You'll see
Mystrix
that
holds up
Turnell is making his drink and hands it off to you. And what did you say, Mystrix?
Mystrix is going to her room.
Okay.
I think Kazim's just gonna sit downstairs for a little bit and just eat some food.
Okay, so he brings over to you a nice little pork dish of some kind, along with some leafy greens along with it, and kind of a more citrusy kind of salad along with it on top, and on the side is a nice light ale with it. And you guys are just Nico, are you just sitting by yourself at the bar? Kazim, you're sitting by yourself, and you two went up to your rooms?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, actually, I'm going to grab an extra drink, and I'm going to head up to where I believe would be Mystrix's room, I suppose. I'm gonna stand in front of it, knock on it.
Okay, you see that the door is kind of cracked a little bit as Mystrix is just kind of in there. Mystrix, what are you doing when Nico is walking by your room?
Lee sitting on the bed, just like dusting off. We had a long day. Dusty roads. I'm dusting the dust off of my arms, off of my beautiful fur.
I'm just going to, knock on the door. I know
Enter.
you probably don't want to. Oh, okay. Oh well, I got further than I thought I would. Um, look, I came by to give you back something and say sorry for, well, you know, I feel like I overstepped a little and I've been a massive jerk about it. So I came to give you back your necklace and all, and just wanted to say that I'm sorry. I should have probably just went to you and asked to look in those journals, but
The necklace
Yeah.
was a gift, so
I
there's
mean,
no point in
yes,
giving that
but
back. It was literally made just for you.
yeah, yeah. I yeah. I don't think I should be the one
I
for it.
I don't judge you for what you did. I judge your other being.
I mean, I literally asked him to help me look through the journals. Like that's on me. Like it was. I told him to do that. It was my fault. I'm not going to blame him for something he otherwise probably wouldn't have done.
Why do you have a connection with him anyway?
What do you mean?
Why are you all bound to each other?
Well, I mean, I don't know how it works necessarily, but I suppose making a deal would be the closest to it. We made a deal a while back. He was supposed to protect what I care about, and I was supposed to protect the necklace. He kind of comes in like, I don't know. We just made a deal.
So you let him have free time. Why?
Well, I mean, he's been, I imagine, sealed up in a necklace for whoever knows how long. And, I mean, I'm sure everyone would like to have like a walk every once in a while. Like, I mean, that's literally like it just feels like something he would
So
appreciate.
so
mean,
it's
he's
a
a
genie
person.
in a it's a genie in a bottle kind of effect. He's trapped in there until you tell him different.
Say again? My internet like cut out for a
You're-
second.
It's a genie in a bottle kind of effect, right? He's like trapped in there until you let him out.
I mean, him being let out was a rather recent development, but he's always been in there, yeah.
Okay.
Like I only picked him up like, and out of nowhere, there he was, and kind of how it started.
Hmm.
Why?
It's just odd that that kind of bond between you and him.
I mean, he's the first contact I ever had with magic. I wouldn't know anything else. I'm not sure. I don't know whether or not it's weird. I mean, like, just look at Silus. Like, he all glows and shit. Like,
Fair.
when,
But
like,
when it comes down to what happened, I let my mood exceed what it should have, and I took it a little too far. And the necklace was a gift. It's supposed to be for you. Like, I don't want it back. It's just a necklace.
I'm glad that you're back in one piece.
So am I.
Oh, and I brought you a drink, so I don't know what you drink other than some things with charcoal. So, you know, like, it's just charcoal and water, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know what you drink. Like, I never. I don't know.
He just hands you this like black water.
Gonna take it and just look at it and be like,
I try
It's literally
remembering,
just
like,
charcoal and
put it-
water.
without missing a beat, Mystrix is gonna take it, look at it, and just drink it, and then put it down.
Oh, I hope you liked it. I don't know who one can drink that, but you know, I mean, you do you, right? Yeah. I suppose I'll let you be for the evening. I'll
I will
probably
see you in the morning.
You assume that's more than fine. Let's just hope that no one dies tomorrow, because it will be a real shame to fucking have to go all the way back here again just to bury someone.
You could always bury them in the woods. It's not like anybody would find them.
That's a very morbid thing today. Okay, well, I mean, I suppose you're correct.
There's truth in morbid things, though, right?
There is indeed. Well, once again, I'm sorry, Mystrix. It was not my intent to hurt you.
You're fine. At least now you know. You can learn from that.
Thank you. If for nothing else, thank you for that. And Nico will leave to his. He's gonna, you know, he's gonna walk down. He's gonna look where Kazim is, and he's gonna sit there and stare at him judgingly the entire fucking evening, with like his hands crossed on his arms.
Yay!
Okay. So, Kazim, you're down there eating by yourself. Are you doing anything?
I'm gonna look up and lock eyes with Nico and say, "Okay, I know I fucked up. I did a lot of things wrong today. I was gonna say in my defense, but I don't think I have a defense here.
I thought you were dying, man.
Yeah,
I was
yeah, you
ready
did.
to blast that fucking scrab, whoever it was, to pieces for you, and I hate violence, and I was ready to blast him to fucking Kazim.
Yeah. To be fair, we should always be on our guard with those clerics specifically. They hate us right now.
It was a miracle that he fucking helped you after we,
Yeah.
you know, killed, you know.
Uh,
Nico's gonna look like both sides. That one dude.
That's actually interesting. I wonder how much of the town knows about that incident. If
Well,
any.
I hope they don't know anything, because I don't want to be charged as murderer of a fucking holy person.
I don't think that's gonna be an issue. That's like if the mayor would help you in a murder and then try to arrest you for it later. That's like.
I mean, you remember we helped back in the Rivers Run. We came here and there was like all gossip and shit about you know, us doing bad shit, and you know, which probably was just like doppelgangers talking shit, but still.
Yeah.
Hopefully, otherwise we might have bigger issues back at home.
Kazim has not eaten any of the food. He's just kind of picked at it.
Nico, with your passive insight, would not notice that.
No.
Well,
Passive insight of 11.
ooh. Ooh.
It's so bad. I'm a gullible man.
I've had an epiphany. Epiphany?
Epiphany.
An idea? No, that's not the same thing as an idea. I've had
Realization struck you.
yes, that is a word. I guess that's the best way.
I mean, just say what you feel. Like, no one's gonna judge you.
I fucking lost it. I was gonna have a role play moment, and I fucking lost it. Kazim realizes he's been an asshole today, and he realizes he's been doing that a bit more commonly. I don't think that he's connected it to the fact that it's grieving the loss of his father, that he's being an asshole. And I am trying to figure out the best way to say that in character, and I cannot figure it out for the life of me.
You know, that's totally fine.
So Josh just said it. There you go.
Boom. Perfect. Kazim is somehow he starts describing about how he doesn't want to be taking his moods out on the rest of the party, and realizing that he's being more aggressive than he should be and more kind of forgetful of the rest of you. But he is sitting there, and you feel a genuine sense of almost apologetic coming from Kazim, which is very confusing from you. But yeah, you get the gist of what he's trying to say.
I appreciate you, and I mean, you guys mean a lot to me. Like, I've learned that pretty recently. Like, you guys mean a whole lot. Like, we've known each other for like maybe a week tops, but we've been through it for a bit, and it's fine. It's more than fine. I'm just happy that you actually did not get hurt. I mean, it doesn't matter whether or not, like, you lied to me about being hurt. I mean, look, if you were actually hurt and you lied and you said that you didn't, then I'll be really mad once I found that. But the other way, that's fine. Like, as long as you're okay and not actually dying, you know, then it's okay.
I did say I was fine like 37 times yesterday.
But you said you were flatlining, and I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. It's kind of just something that came to me in a dream.
You're having some really weird dreams, Kazim.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like, you know, look, remember Sarah, like, you know, the kid who can get into people's dreams? Like, maybe it's been affecting you, I don't know. Maybe it's starting to spread.
Yeah,
like, I don't know.
Maybe it's that crazy dream kid. Maybe it's Maybelline. Who knows? Honestly, it's
Josh just invented Maybelline, or Kazim just invented Maybelline. Confirmed.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is how you know it is a paid adventure.
Oh my fucking god.
Thanks to our sponsor,
Maybelline.
For legal reasons, that is a joke. We are not currently sponsored.
We are not sponsored by
We're not
Maybelline. I don't think anyone would
Yet.
believe us. Yet.
I'll reach out to Maybelline. I'll get that.
Hopefully
corrected.
Mountain
With this
Dew.
complexion- Wait,
I hope
wait,
Mountain
wait.
Dew sponsors us first.
With this purple complexion, I doubt Maybelline would sponsor us.
Maybe it's LED. Maybe it's
mean-
Maybelline.
Look at me, you can literally see my skeleton through my skin. I don't
With
think
Maybelline,
anyone's
with
trying to
Maybelline's
fix this.
new anti-aging cream. Alright,
They
we're
have
off,
a new
we're off
invisibility
track.
cream.
Enough. We're off track. Okay,
Okay.
back into it.
Well,
Things that are fine.
you're a good person, Kazim. I clap him on the shoulder and walk up to my room.
Where you go, Nico? How
Up
much
to
do you think I
bed?
could get? How much do you think I could get off this ring? And I'm just gonna pull the ring out.
Wait. You said it was destroyed in the process.
I did say that. That was also a lie.
That was okay, fine.
I think that
You
was the
tried
nat
to-
one lie.
Yeah, that was
I
that
can't
one.
remember
lie.
correctly.
Well, Kazim, I don't want to say anything because it could be viewed as an asshole move, but you sure we need to sell it? I mean, we could just like next time we see the doppelganger or something, we could be like forced to put it on, and maybe that would work. I don't know. You just had to put it on, right?
I'll think on that one. I don't know how that would work, or if it
I
would.
mean, the last time
There's
Silus and
definitely
I were
something there
fighting,
though. Like maybe we
like,
convince the doppelganger that we don't know it's the doppelganger, and then we like, oh, here's this ring for you we found, and then we go into combat, and then it falls asleep.
I mean, I don't know how that would work, but
There's something there, but we can't convince the doppelganger that we're currently fighting to put this ring on because it just won't.
not convinced. Like like Silas and I tried like keeping the doppelganger in place, kind of like restricting him, and like maybe just putting the ring on would do the trick. I don't know.
There's
Like
something there. There's something
I've
there.
never been in a fight before. I fucking met you guys. I don't know how shit like this works. I've never even like hit my brother before, and he a huge fucking bully.
It's really disappointing because that was a really nice ring. It gave me a plus.
I mean, if
7
it's
on
not that
wisdom
bad, just put it on. Like, I mean, what is the worst thing that could happen?
save.
Well, you
Silas
wear
would yell at
this.
me for wasting our time. That's kind of the worst.
Kazim. Look, it happened. It's over. You're fine. We are fine. Mystrix is back. Silus is hopefully not mad at us anymore. Well, me, but And yeah. It's okay. You can put it on if you want to.
You don't want to put it back on. Silas will see me and kill
Are
me.
you sure? You can always just stand behind me or something, like. I mean, just tell him that you put it on and then stand behind me, but I don't know how good of a meat shield I can be. Silus is pretty strong and pretty intimidating at times, so I don't know for how much I could be standing and taking the beating for you, but eventually.
Do you think you could convince him to not be mad at me over the like space of like 10 minutes?
Kazim, look, I don't think any of the miracles I can do would envelop a task as dangerous as this one. Just tell him, like that's what I've been always saying. Just tell people.
I'm not
What
gonna
do you
put the
think?
ring back on. The curse is not worth it.
Well, if you're sure, I'm sure Silas will appreciate knowing that you did that specific choice. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know, but it's up to you, man.
I'll let him sleep off the rage he probably feels at me right now for taking up so much time.
It's fine, Kazim. Like, I probably were at fault there too because, well, I mean, I believed you. Like, I had no reason not to believe you. So, I might have wound you up, and both you and Silas. But, I worried for you. You fucking bitch. Like, It's fine. Let's just go over it.
Let's
know?
go.
Totally fine.
Are you guys going to bed?
Oh, Nico is more than ready to go to bed and fucking finally sleep this cursed day off.
Okay. So, as the rest of the group kind of settles down and is settling down for the rest of the night, Silas, I'm going to say that you got about 3 hours tonight, if that's all right with you.
Perfect. That's more than I put. So yeah, I'll take that. I only put 1.
No, so I'm going to say you were at 3 because you probably stayed up pretty late doing it.
Probably.
So, as our group begins to bed down for the night, we're going to go with Nico. Normally, you'd find yourself in this weird blue room, but this time, it's a little different. Again, you have that odd dream where you're waking up in Nicholas's house in Rivers Run again, and you're hearing just outside the window that's near your bed, Nico, Nico. as you very quickly get up and realize that Freya is calling you. You go outside into the front door, and it opens up into just the fields outside of River's Run. You're no longer hearing Freya, and you turn around, and the house is gone. There's nothing. You're just in the midst of endless grass, yellowing as it starts to get colder, and it begins to snow within. Go ahead and roll for perception for me.
No. Okay, that's not bad. Perception. Oh, that's a bit worse than I thought. 16 total.
As you're kind of looking around, trying to catch your bearings, you notice that there is a tree line off to the west of you. And in that tree line, you swear you see this hooded figure just outside of that tree line.
And there's no one.
There's nothing,
whatsoever
there is
around
no
me.
buildings, there's nothing else around except for the endless grass and this tree line that you're now seeing this weird figure. You're not seeing too much details other than a green cloak that it seems to be wearing over its head. It seems to be about 120 yards away from you. It's fairly far.
You know what? Like, Nico is a very curious individual. He will start walking towards it, I suppose.
As you begin to start kind of walking closer towards this figure, you go for a good while, and it just seems to be just kind of standing there, and you notice that you see its mouth beginning to move. You take a couple more steps forward, and it starts to kind of fade away, and that tree line begins to fade away. And now you seem to be in the middle of a different part of the forest. You look around, there's trees all around you, and you see this heavy, dense fog begin to start rolling in. And as you continue to start walking through the fog, looking around, roll for perception one more time for me.
14 total.
You don't really see you can't seem to find the person, but you continue walking, and in front of you, you begin noticing these roofs of something. It seems that these buildings start coming into play, and you see this kind of ruined village around you. The cobblestone streets seem to be destroyed and beginning to become muddy. You look around, the houses are all been decimated. And in the middle of this town, of this ruined village, it's very small. There only seems to be about 5-ish buildings. But as you begin to walk in the middle of it, you see this courtyard. And in the middle of this courtyard is this round-based fountain where it's kind of beginning to get skinnier in the middle, and it kind of rises up into this beautiful pedestal. And on top is this perfectly spherical white crystal just kind of sitting there. Everything else seems to be overgrown and cracked and falling apart, covered in dust, been left to weather there for years on end. But this crystal looks perfectly fine. And all of a sudden, as soon as you look at the crystal, you're hearing these whispers. Roll for perception again.
Ooh, that's bad. Can I use inspiration?
Sure.
That is much better. 18 total. Wait, can it be? Wait, is it? Can it be investigation?
Nope, it's definitely
What is
it's
that?
definitely perception.
Perception. Okay, well, in that case, it's 18 total.
You hear these whispers just kind of, they sound like a just shroud of just kind of white noise, just. But then all of a sudden you start hearing bits and pieces, and you hear that familiar voice of Mystrix just yelling out, "Help me! Nico! Nico!" And you wake up, and it's about 4 in the morning.
Oh no.
While that's happening, we're going to go over with Silus. As you are laying in your bed, and after your interesting day, thinking of the things around you, you find yourself in this darkish room, and there seems to be a chair that you'd be sitting in with these 6 chairs in front of you, one larger than the other 5. And it seems that only about 3 or so are filled with these large orcs. You're not seeing any faces. And you hear the familiar voice of Groomish. Did you learn anything of worth?
Purists are our allies. They seek the destruction of Tharizdun and Paylor.
You
They
see,
will come to me for work.
you look over and you see Balgul, I think that's her name, the fist of Groomish, kind of slam her hand into the arm as she stands up and she goes, "The purist killed our people, and we want to work with them?" And you see Groomish kind of sit back and go, "Easy, breathe. I trust this one. He has no reason to cover for them. He has just as any reason to kill them as we do." Very
I
well.
can tell you with certainty, the purists were not the ones to take my people.
You see,
That was Tharizdun.
you see the god of death that you worship, kind of set up and goes, so it was only doppelgangers.
I will find who was responsible. But I know that the leader spoke true. At best, they wore the armor of the purists to frame them.
You see Groomish kind of sit up and goes, "He has no reason to lie. He obviously believes what he says. Leave him be. He will show you." And you see the fist kind of lean back, kind of glaring at you a little bit. And you just see Death kind of sitting there, just kind of stroking his weird kind of patchy beard as he's sitting there, and he goes, "Very well, very well." And you see Groomish go, "I will let them know that you are still working."
I have a message for Il Naval.
Speak.
Ready the songbirds. The time will come where I will need the army. I will build the greatest war party of orcs Ethyl has ever seen. When Tharizdun falls, I storm Peakbarrow. It will become an orc city.
We will continue to watch over you, young blood. Be safe. Sleep. And it all just kind of immediately goes black as you go into that weird kind of normal, describeless sleep that you normally go in. So, you all manage to wake up, and decently, nothing too crazy happens throughout the night. As I'm going to say that probably, obviously, Nico wakes up first. Surprisingly, actually.
Yes. Nico he's a man with a mission right now. He's going to walk right up to Mystrix's room. He's going to first knock very gently on the door.
Mystrix, you hear a light knock, almost worried that something might happen if they were to just, I don't know, burst into the room.
Yeah, little eldritch blast, maybe.
She's gonna sit up and be like, "Yeah."
I'm going to open up the door. I'm going to walk in, stand over the bed, and I will. The dagger that I usually cut my arm with, that I summon V, like Tammy with,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to throw it on the bed and be like, "Mystrix, could you please catch yourself for me?"
You wake me up
It's very
to tell
important.
me to
Mystrix.
cut myself.
Please, just do it. It's very important. I need to know.
Are you okay?
No, none of this is okay. I know it seems weird or whatever, but I need to know right now. Could you please cut yourself for me?
If you sit down for a second, because it looks like you're about to murder me.
Mystrix, please. Just do it.
Okay. Karma, what do I roll? I'm scared now.
So, Nico, you hand Mystrix the dagger, and I'm going to have you roll for perception.
I gotta go back to the chart. I should know my perception.
Dirty 20 with a natural 19.
I can't read. Guys, help. Okay. 23.
So, Nico, you see that Mystrix kind of just grabs the dagger and takes one of her weird kind of claws as she just kind of pricks it. And you notice it's red like blood, looks a lot like blood.
Gonna kind of gently hand the dagger back and be like, do you want to reciprocate that? So that I understand why you're having a panic attack?
I just, take the dagger, stab my leg. The dagger is in my leg right now. I look her in the eye, like.
Mystrix, will you roll for perception for me?
I'm almost in shock here. That is a 19.
Yeah, it's red like blood, looks like blood, and it's coming out pretty profusely at this moment.
Literally, she's just gonna stand up and scream for Silus.
Silus, you are hearing Mystrix down the hall, just kind of, Silus! Silus, get in here!
I will... A brisk walk, I think is the best I can describe it.
Just like on her knees on the bed, backing up against the wall.
You're making me look like a fucking murderer. Oh my god.
What do I see when I'm in the doorway?
You're seeing Mystrix kind of just standing there with her...
No, I'm like backed up on the bed. I've like put my knees up and I'm like
hands
backed
down,
up
and you
on
see Nico with a dagger in his leg as he's staring at Mystrix.
I'm gonna go try and restrain Nico. That's what I see. Is that what would you do?
I know. Like,
you walked in. Someone who left the party, showed up, and hasn't really said more than 5 words to you, is screaming for help, backed against the wall, I'm assuming with your fucking blanket sort of half draped over the bed, with a little bit of blood on there, with you standing there, unhinged, staring down at Mystrix with a dagger just kind of twiddling around in your thigh. Yes, I'm gonna go fucking restrain you.
I'm going to I'm going to start trashing around like, Silus, this is not what it looked like. There's something wrong. I know something is
He
wrong.
just came in here and asked me to cut myself, and I did. And when I asked him to do the same, he fucking stabbed himself.
Nico, I can tell that there's something wrong.
Silus, do you believe in dreams? Ever since I fucking met you guys, I've like, sometimes there's dreams that you just know that you can't just
I don't dream.
sleep under the blanket.
I don't dream, Nico.
Maybe you don't, but I do. And what I saw, this is,
What did
I
you
don't know.
see?
I don't know
What did you see that made you come in here and freak the fuck out on me?
Mystrix, the real fucking Mystrix, begging for help.
Right here.
I don't know how you did that, but you are not her.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
gonna look at Mystrix. Is there sign that she has bled?
You actually see on the bed, on the sheets, that there is a bloody handprint on the thing as she's holding up her paw. And you notice that one of the it seems to be drenched in blood. So obviously she has cut herself. You do see that there is where the cut would be, and there is blood on her hand.
Oh.
I don't know how she did that. Or
If the doppelgangers could disguise their blood, why wouldn't they have done it before?
I don't know, Silus. All I'm fucking telling you, like, I don't know what happened when you were gone. You are not her. I don't fucking believe you.
What have you done? I've literally only been here for an hour.
Nico, this is
Like,
your
I literally
first
rode
time.
into town and came in here and went to sleep. What have I done in the past hour that has told you, oh, that's not her, when I'm clearly me?
I'm going to find her. And
I stand in the doorway.
Kazim, you've probably
What?
heard all of
I'm
this.
not going
Are you coming down?
anywhere.
I think at this point, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you guys, Nico, you do notice that Kazim is just kind of standing in the doorway, just kind of like, what the fuck is happening?
You think I'm crazy. But my
why.
gut feeling tells me that this is not Mystrix, and I can't describe this. I know she got herself, like, I don't know what it is. If you're not the Mystrix, if you're not partially her, I don't know what.
Prove it then.
What?
If this isn't Mystrix, do something about it. 'Cause I'm standing here, and I'm seeing you stabbing yourself and threatening the tabaxi.
I am not threatening her at all. I haven't even touched her once.
Well, then explain why she was backed against the wall.
Nico, please, you have to just take a breath and explain to us what's going on.
I just had a dream with an orb, a white, perfect orb standing on a pedestal in the middle of fucking nowhere, with whispers all around me, and all I could hear was Mystrix begging for help. Silus,
Then I can't be a doppelganger. Dune's crystals aren't white, remember?
what if? And hear me out. This might sound fucking wild to you. What if we've been understanding the anchors wrong, differently? Like, I mean, we've only seen it a couple times, but what if, when she was gone, she picked up an anchor, got sucked in or something, part of her, like her soul, something. I don't know. I just, Silus, you have to believe me. There's,
Why wouldn't that have happened to me when I touched the anchor?
I don't know. Okay.
What if it did happen to you, Silus? What if we just didn't notice?
Now we're all just gonna stand here and stab each other?
I
Which is
don't
why I
know if
like
I'm going
that plan.
crazy or
I don't
not,
think
but like,
I have an idea. I'm gonna pull my crossbow and aim it at Mystrix's face.
Oh shit!
Silus, what the fuck is going on?
I will also toss Silas's axe back because I forgot it's still in my bag of holding.
Okay.
And I will
Uh,
hold on to
I've-
it and look at
I've got a
him.
very, very easy operation going on here. Now, Tabaxi sitting on this bed. What is your real name?
You see, that's complicated to answer.
Okay. So give us the true answer. Can I roll intimidation or something?
Sure, if you want to.
Do I need to roll against that?
5.
No, you're fine. You're more confused than
like to-
anything.
I like to think Kazim's gonna sit there, like 2 hand holding the crossbow, be like,
Shaking. What's the
Violently.
real name? And when you said
He
that,
fluffs up his feathers like a cockatiel.
when you said that it's a little complicated, you see that he obviously got like visibly confused by you saying that. He goes, "Well, what's the true one then?"
the crossbow bolt is slowly coming loose.
You're hearing the of the crossbow
Silence.
bolt in there.
Silas, tell them it's complicated.
Mystrix, as far as I have been told and as far as been made aware to me, may be suffering with some kind of memory manipulation or amnesia. From before she met us. Before any of this happened. And
Then
my theory is that is her connection to Thera's-Doom.
Then let's make
something
this-
in her past.
a little less complicated.
How could it be less complicated when you're pointing a weapon at my face in my room? Because
See,
someone
the thing
stabbed
is,
themselves that
you-
wasn't
you-
me.
You said it was complicated. You still willfully did not say your true name. So I will ask one more time.
Which one is true?
The one that we know you by. I want to know that you are actually our friend Mystrix and not some sort of. There's a lot of things we don't know in this world, and
You
doppelgangers are just
You
one
act
of
like
them.
a doppelganger wouldn't be able to sit here and say, "Oh, my name is Mystrix." Huh?
Yeah, but like, if a doppelganger said, "Huh, my name is Mistress," I'll shoot it in the arm like this, and I'd like to shoot her in the arm.
Roll for the attack.
That was a natural 19, by the way. 26.
Okay, how much damage does it do?
Oh shit, Karma, I forgot to ask. Am I full health or no?
Yeah, you're full.
Okay. I didn't change it on my papers. I don't know.
There it is. 7 points of damage.
Not even
Okay.
been a day.
Roll for persuasion or deception. Because this is going to determine how they perceive it, essentially.
Okay. Which one do I add to it?
You pick.
Go back.
What is this?
That's an unnatural 20.
Okay, so you shoot Mystrix in the fucking arm. And obviously she's gonna fucking recoil a lot because she just got hit in the arm pretty fucking hard all of a sudden. And you see her pull out her hand away from the wound, and you see blood all over her fucking hand.
I see blood coming from the wound.
Her fur seems to be covering it up, but you see that there is blood all around it, so you look probably.
You fucking shot me!
I'll
We've
heal
been
you
through this
in a
before.
second. I just want you to be very clear.
This is how Mystrix woke up, by the way. Asking to stab her hand, shot in the arm.
Okay. I don't like shooting you. Let's get that clear.
Roll for
Apparently
deception.
You like hurting me in some
So-
way.
Yeah, roll for deception. We all know that's a fucking lot.
27?
That's. Did you say 27?
27.
Yeah, you
19.
obviously he doesn't like shooting you.
Obviously. So let's try this one more time. Who are you?
I am the fucking barn cat that has been with you
Okay.
for the hot damn minute. My name is Mystrix. My fucking other name is Dahlia. Do you want to ask what day I was born? Because I don't fucking know that one.
I don't know a Dahlia, so Mystrix was good. Can I roll insight to see if any of that was a lie?
Go for it. And you get a roll against it there, Dyer.
You don't have to roll against it. It's
Is
another
it-
nat 1.
Yeah, 100%. You can tell that she's obviously in pain, and she's obviously very frustrated with somebody that decided to shoot her in the fucking arm.
Silas,
I
this
did
is
shoot her in the
exactly the reason that I left.
The next
Um,
person to throw an attack of any kind will find themselves decapitated in that hallway.
Roll for
Uh,
intimidation.
Well, that won't be you in that case. I mean,
That is a. What's my intimidation +1? That's a 17.
All of you are pretty sure that if you keep attacking each other, that Silas will murder somebody.
I've done nothing.
Cure wounds for 8
Sit on this
points by the way,
bed.
Mystrix.
Okay.
And bleed.
So Mystrix pulls out the fucking arrows. You begin to heal it up.
I've done nothing but sit on my bed and bleed this morning. The least one of you could have done is brought me some fucking eggs.
Now,
Saying that to
are
him.
we
We're not
going
gonna
to
think too hard about
are we
that.
going to address the knife in the leg?
As
Oh my
Nico
fucking
stood
God.
sitting there the
I-
whole
I-
time
I-
with his
I pull it
dagger just
out.
kind of standing straight up in his leg. He hasn't noticed any of this shit.
I pull it out, I put it back, and there, addressed. Cool.
You're seeing blood
Wait,
begin to trickle
open
out,
wound.
out of this open wound. It's beginning to bleed and like soak up on the bed
Do you need healing
pretty
too?
profusely.
No,
He
I'm
probably
fine.
hit an
I'm
artery
fine,
or
Kazim.
something.
Nico got a wild hair up his ass and decided to come intimidate me in the morning, and then I got shot.
That was not.
It's like you all want to kill me for the
Okay.
fucking how many times
Kazim,
now?
Step inside and close the door.
Ooh, I've actually got another really good idea.
Oh my god.
Let's hear it. I'm fucking here for it.
Okay, so you know how we have those 5 holy hand grenades?
Yeah.
Well, I think
There
3
we go.
now because you two sold them, right?
And then
He sold his
so
too,
now you have
that's
2
two.
left.
Oh, yeah. So 2 holy
You
hand
have
grenades.
2 holy hand
So,
grenades.
I swear to God, if you-
Everybody huddle up.
Oh my
Huddle up.
God, you're not gonna throw it at her. are
I'm
you?
fucking
don't
here
wanna
for
come
it.
anywhere
Let's
near
fucking
you guys.
go.
Huddle up.
No, Silas.
I want to
Silas
get everybody
is
as close together as possible before I throw one directly at our feet.
Silas is not having any of that.
We're all gonna fucking die
Oh
if you
my
do that.
God.
Only a
Kazim,
D4 damage.
Did you not hear the part where I said the next one to throw any kind of attack? I will decapitate you.
This
and
isn't
I
an
will
attack,
not
though.
fucking-
Come on,
I will not fucking hesitate.
Silas. Listen to me. We need to know for sure that none of us are like evil or something. And if one of us is having dreams that the other is evil, when there's like dream magic in
It
the works.
wasn't that she was evil, but you know.
Okay,
Something.
Mystrix, do you know anything about a white orb that your soul is trapped in?
I don't know if that's how it is, but
News to you.
I mean, it's literally Nico's dream.
We are assuming that this is something that has happened and not something that could happen. We are
Literally, when
assuming-
Silas left,
Divination.
I
We-
tended the horse.
We are,
And I
so
came
all of a
here.
sudden I can see the future, huh?
Probably.
Kazim, don't even.
Nico. Nico, none of us know what any of us could do. We're all tampering with some kind of higher power. Shaman orcs getting future premonitions is something that happened every day back home. I have every reason to believe that any one of us could have a reason to see the future. My gods might want to protect me. Sarah's Doom may have more information for Mystrix. Kazim's new god may have some new insight they may offer, and you've got 2 people in your head that might want to protect you from being killed. Every single one of us has reason to get visions, but every single one of us has got an enemy who could also give us visions. We don't know what's true or false. I'm not denying that you saw something. You clearly did. You're going fucking crazy because of it. But how has any of this helped us? Mystrix has bled all over the place. You've had a knife in your leg. I nearly killed one of you, and Kazim has already had to use up some of his magic for the day. Maybe if we spoke about things, we'd actually get something done. Maybe if we listened to each other, we'd understand and be able to work together.
The
Mystrix,
silence of scalded children.
I wasn't gonna
Mr.
say it.
Mystrix, when you ran off, what happened?
We got chased. The horse got hurt. You came back. I waited for a minute to make sure the horse was okay, and I rode back slowly because my horse is injured.
Insight?
Okay. And
Is that kosher?
yeah, Dyer, go and roll against it.
Yeah, I'm
17.
useless. I can never do that.
17.
Mhm.
16.
Yeah, there's no reason to not believe her.
Nico, when you saw this white orb, you said you were in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Describe
like-
the nowhere.
I mean, first, like, like most of my dreams, I'm just back at the farmhouse with Fry around and all that, and like, I walked out, just plain field of fucking flowers, nothing special. There's a forest. I see this figure in green cloak. I've never seen them before. I walk up to them, and things are shifting. I'm in the forest, and later, like, in the middle of this tiny village, like, I don't know, like, 5 houses max, and, like, in the middle of it, there's, like, a square, like, with a fountain and a pedestal, and on it is, like, this white orb, and all I can just hear around are whispers and Mystrix asking for help. I'm not crazy, Silus.
Does any of that information recall any memory to either you, Kazim, or you, Mystrix? Because that means next to nothing to me.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Neither do I.
I'm not saying he's crazy. Maybe it was some sort of premonition about something that's going to happen, so maybe we need to go a different way to the cave.
What time is it?
It's very early.
It
for
is.
me.
Like
It's
5 in the
it's like
morning.
5:30 in the morning.
I feel like we've woken up everybody in the fucking building.
Well, you've done a good job of that.
Well, since that was all, and there's
Nico,
literally nothing more to it.
this lady in your dreams, this hooded figure, I'm assuming would be a lady, right?
I don't know.
Karma?
It
No,
it
you don't know if it's lady.
it did
Fair
it
enough.
did look fairly feminine when you started walking closer. Yes.
Is there anything other than the green cloak that you know of?
I mean, that's all I saw. A figure in green cloak. Saying
Can any of
something,
us
But
Can any of us go into the library and read up and see if there's someone
I
that
don't
messes
think
with
we're
dreams that
allowed
does
there
that?
anymore.
I'm banished from the light entirely.
Yeah, we're all banished from the light.
Well, no, you guys
Kazim?
aren't. I cannot.
Oh, you're?
I cannot ever step inside that building again. That's why I didn't go with you this
You two were just in there.
Yeah, us two, not him.
Yeah, but can you go to the library or no?
No, you know
I
that you
don't-
don't have
yeah.
you are not allowed to use the resources that the library has to offer.
I'm not really allowed. I mean, what I did was kind of off the books as well. Like,
Sneaking in for me would kind of be a bad thing.
I could disguise
mean-
myself and try and steal some books, but I'm not sure how comfortable I'd feel about that.
I feel very
Wait,
comfortable
don't we-
doing that.
Don't we know the
Yes,
front
but
desk
I
lady?
can't give you the ability to transform.
Yeah,
Can't
but
we, why
Giselle
don't we
can't
just
give
ask
us.
ask her
I also have abilities to transform myself. I have that hat now, or that
Cloak.
cloak?
cloak.
Puts on a hat, looks completely different.
Puts on the wrong cloak, goes to
Different
disguise himself.
styles,
Just
puts on
super,
glasses.
The billowing.
he uses the billowing cloak instead of the cloak of disguise. Oh god. Okay, so what are we gonna do about this? Do we
Well-
want to look into this, or do we want to just let it go because it was a nightmare? If you want, I will be more than happy to pay you back for the fucking frightening morning, and I will knock your ass out so that you can have another dream and see who the fuck this lady is.
No. We don't need to do that.
Jesus Christ.
Well, what do we
Give
do
a-
then, Nico?
Give a cat a heart attack in the morning.
You're the one that saw this vision. You're the only one that can make a judgment on it. Just like Mystrix in her cave, she's the only one that sees it. She's the only one that really can say whether or not it's going.
What about that friend in your necklace? Would they have a little more insight? Is that
I
possible?
mean, I don't know. What I see, like, he sees, I suppose. I mean, I will talk to him later, but
Why not
Can
talk to him
people-
now?
you know, last time I had him out, none of you were necessarily very happy to see him, and if I remember correctly, you, Kazim, were even like ready to shoot him. You know,
Well, he's already, he got his shot up for the day, so
We are fighting doppelgangers, and we saw somebody who looks a lot like you show up out of the blue. It was kind of an on guard moment. Now I know
I even warned you
who
about
he
this.
is, and I definitely remember his name. So, like,
Are you talking about Tammy?
yes, of course I'm talking about Tammy.
Oh my god, Kazim.
Can people go in your necklace? Is that a thing that can happen?
Not yet, but soon, yes. Just a player, like, you know, be able to, like, have a rest there, whatever. That's a future thing.
That's gonna be sick.
Super
Anyway,
cool.
can I talk to Tammy alone? That'd be cool.
I mean, Tammy's his own person. Ask him, like,
I'm just
I
gonna
can,
lean
you
really
know?
close to the necklace. Tammy, it's the same. Want to chat?
oh my fucking god.
Knock on it.
Can Tammy speak through me without getting out, or how does that work?
Well, so you do know that for him, he is able to kind of take over
Mm-hmm.
for a bit. You also know that you have zero control over what he does when he does
Yeah,
that. So you
yeah.
know that,
Yeah.
that it's possible, totally could do that. You don't know what he's going to do or how long it'll be for.
Uh-huh. I used Kazim, there's two options. I can either let him, you know, take over a little bit, you know, be backsetting for a short while, or I can just summon him and be a bit worse for wear for a bit.
I don't think we're gonna fight anything on the road, and if we are, I can heal you and stick to my guns instead of, well, my proverbial
Yeah.
guns, my knives and crossbow, in a combat situation. Whatever would make you, not to be rude, make you not aware of the conversation. I'd like this to be a one-on-one with no outside influence.
I can just summon him and then leave, I suppose. Would that make you feel better?
Yeah.
Nico's size. The dagger that he just put away. He's going to pick it up. He's going to look Kazim straight in the eyes. And I'm going to get my sleeve up. I'm gonna stab myself in the arm. I'm going to summon Tammy. Fourth,
Okay.
like every other Sunday.
Well, before you actually stab yourself, all of a sudden, Mystrix grabs the necklace off of your neck and runs out of the room with it.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
Okay, that's bad, guys. That's really bad.
All of you get an attack of opportunity. Or actually, you know what? You're probably going to disengage, aren't you? As you're running through. So yeah, none of you get it as she disengages. As she just kind of grabs it, jumps through, jumps over the banister. It is now in the middle of the dining area, and she hucks it into the fire.
Do I have time to cast? Before she hucks it, do I have time to cast a spell?
Fuck this fire. I'm
Yes.
gonna reach into it.
Well, none of you are downstairs. You guys are all. This
I'm
all
downstairs.
happened.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she literally
It's downstairs.
parkoured over, grabbed it off your neck, jumped and ran out the hallway, jumped over the balcony into the dining room, and just threw it into the fire within 6 seconds. It was that quick.
I'm gonna cast command.
Okay, roll a wisdom saving throw, please, Mystrix.
What the fuck?
And you said it was wisdom?
Wisdom.
Unnatural 20.
Ooh.
Yeah, you save.
Yep. No matter what you say, she just doesn't stop and just goes for it.
Doesn't
gonna-
matter. I run after her.
Wings out, fly to the fireplace.
Okay, you see, Mystrix, what are you doing now that the necklace is in the fire and they are all coming down to swarm you?
Are they within 10 feet of me?
Yes.
I love
Is she
all
that
of you.
Close to the fireplace?
I love all of you. Arms of Dar.
All of you, I think they all have to make saving throws, don't they?
I
It's a
don't
strength.
because
he
I'm
didn't.
I'm not
Silas
there.
didn't go.
Yep, Silas didn't. So you two,
I'm watching from the balcony.
you two, please make strength saving throws.
Because strength saving throw is my fucking.
Oh! 17?
It's a natural fucking 20. -1 strength still. Make
Minus
me
1
total.
strength. I got a 17.
So the plan with that is, yes, it missed them, but the main thing is it has to block the fireplace.
So these arms begin, these weird arms that look a little different start kind of going over and covering up the fireplace. You see they're all just kind of sitting there over the fireplace.
You all made the save?
So that's half damage, isn't it?
So it's half damage, yeah. So let me roll the d6s and
It's
I will tell you.
necrotic, isn't it?
Oh,
Yes.
This is going
Yeah.
down. Okay.
I take half damage from that.
Okay.
Half of the half, bitches.
You quarter the damage?
What are the damage?
8. So Nico would take 4.
So
Because I got 16.
Okay, so yeah, Nico takes 4, Kazim, you
Eight.
take 8. And I think we're going to take a break right there, and we're going to come back to this.
Yay!
We're never living
I shouldn't have
Peakbarrow,
healed
guys.
you.
This is
I shouldn't have
interesting.
healed you.
I will be right back. I will leave it on so that they can talk to you, but I'll be right back, guys. All
I got a
right.
piece of-
Are we going into combat? What are we doing, guys?
Initiative.
Are we roll? All right.
I'm gonna kill Mischief.
Everyone that's going to roll for initiative.
If everyone else
Uh-huh.
is playing Silas will, he's been basically observing to see what
Okay.
happens.
So, Karma, is my initiative the same as normal?
21 total, bitch.
Let me see.
Also 21, actually.
Oh
Well,
shit.
18 plus
Wow.
3.
I haven't
My
rolled yet,
dexterity
so-
cannot be higher than yours.
Yes, your
I've
initiative is
only
the
got a
same.
16.
I got 16 too.
Fuck! We're gonna have a roll off.
Rollies? We're gonna have
Rolling.
rollies. Oh my fucking god.
Karma.
What do you want to roll?
D20, of course. Okay,
I got
that's
a
not good.
24.
12.
I got a natural 20 with plus
15.
4.
God damn it, Kazim got it before me.
Silas, what'd you get?
I got 12.
12. Okay.
Look at Silas just standing upstairs like, well, This
So-
is going down.
I
We're
mean,
g-
I would, like if I rolled high, I was gonna say to Karma, like since I'm up there, can I go last?
We are
But
gonna.
I-
Yep, you're already last. So we're gonna start with Mystrix. What do you do? They are coming down. The arms of Hadar have slapped the two of them, and are covering the fireplace now. So what would you like to do?
Wait, let me read that. Make sure. I think it just goes. I don't think it actually. I don't have to concentrate on that, do I? No. Cool. Hmm. Do I? If I'm not me, but I'm me, I want to go all out, right?
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna do Crown of Madness
Ooh, on who?
on Nico.
And I think that's a wisdom save. If I'm not
Wisdom save throw, yes. Wisdom save throw.
I get advantage on that, don't I?
Because
Just in case.
it was there
You
was
just-
you've used
Just on the
one.
necklace.
Yeah.
I knew one, yes.
Yes.
And I think
you
you
also
have
have the
I
necklace.
have 2 charges, so
yeah,
one more.
you've got one more.
Bitch, I know exactly how Crowd of Madness works because I have that too. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna use the second charge just in case it can be higher. Okay. Wisdom 17 total?
You just barely make it.
Ooh, so
Just barely.
you see this
Oh!
Mystrix just all of a sudden start her silver eye turns this bright purple as she just kind of waves her hand towards you, and you see this almost materialized iron disc circlet start spinning towards you, and you feel it starting to try and latch onto your head, but you're able to just very quickly push it off as you feel this weird rage kind of maddening whispers taking over your head, but you're able to push it away, and it has no effect.
I get another one, right?
Yes.
You said. Question: do I have my weapons, or are they
Yeah, you have your weapons.
still on?
Another
Are they still on the
Yeah.
thing?
Multi-attack spells? What the fuck?
No, not multi-attack spells. I'm sorry, guys. I love you all. Please remember that. Do I want to do it? I don't.
So 17 just makes it. That's not gonna be good.
Fuck it. I'm a witch bolt.
Okay.
Witch bolt.
Roll for the attack.
Wait, is Witch Bolt a bonus action?
No.
No, it ain't! Not a fucking ain't!
No,
Crown.
she has the ability to
Madness?
cast 2 spells.
I'm telling you, that is not Mystrix!
We've known this since the beginning.
We know this, but I'm
Well,
confused about the
yes,
mechanics of
that means-
18.
2 actions in
An
a turn.
18?
Yes, an 18.
Does that hit you, Nico?
Me?
Yes.
Yes, it
Yes.
fucking hits me!
Go and roll for damage.
Oh my god. All right. It's second level, so brain. 2d12s. All right, let's go. Plus 7. 2d12s plus 7.
Oh, I'm gonna have to do this differently now. Fuck this.
Wait, no, that's. I mean, that's still not bad. 20.
Ooh. And that's lightning.
When?
So you guys see as soon as the iron circlet begins to dissipate, you see her kind of quickly bring up her other arm, and this purple lightning comes straight out and latches onto you, Nico, as you take the 20 points of lightning damage. And it latches onto you, and you're seeing these purple sparks kind of coming off of it. Is there
You
anything?
said the witch bolt, didn't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a fucking continuous bitch! Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
fucking
We can break concentration.
Okay. Is that anything else you'd like to do with this
Okay.
turn?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
damn it.
Next up is Nico.
Kazim. He rolled
We-
21.
Oh,
Same
I'm right.
dexterity, we got
I'm right.
volleys, he was before me.
Yep, it was. I wrote it down wrong.
Well done, Bessie. Well
Kazim, you just saw Mystrix all of a sudden cast these 2 very powerful spells towards Nico. What do you do?
I want to be clear on something. Do the Holy Daggers do extra stuff?
Yeah, they do 1d6 of radiant damage.
On top of the D4 that they
Yes.
already do?
Yes, and there's no
Cool.
charges. It just does that.
Awesome. I'll have to write that down. I'm gonna roll up. I'm only 10 feet away, right?
Yeah.
Wait, how close are we to Mystrix, actually?
You're about 10 feet.
Oh, 10 feet. Okay, cool.
Arms of Hadar. It has a 10-foot radius.
Oh, yeah, that it does.
Plus, you're in the middle of the dining room, so not the biggest room.
Also, as Dyer, I feel so sorry for this fucking innkeeper who is seeing his favorite cat destroy his
Ruin
bar.
this dining room.
Oh my
I don't have a map for
God.
this because I didn't expect this to happen here.
Always
Would-
expect the worst.
Would
I want
you
you all-
remember if necrotic damage does anything to
If
necrotic
necrotic damage does,
necrotic?
you're pretty sure that doppelgangers are fairly strong against necrotic.
Cool. I'm going to roll up behind Mystrix to the best of my ability,
Okay.
and I'm going to attack with both of my holy daggers.
Okay, roll for the attack.
Plus 7 does a 15 hit.
Oh, just barely.
What about a 14?
Literally just barely. 14 is it.
Cool. So both hit. I
Both
rolled
hit.
an 8 and a 7. The first one, it's a D6 and a D4.
Yep.
What?
8 plus 4, 12 damage. 5 holy and 7 piercing.
So you take 7 piercing and 10 holy.
That takes 17 total.
Yes.
Oh, and another 4 radiant damage and another 8 piercing.
So you take 16 more damage.
Constitution saving throws? Or
Yep, you
concentration
gotta make
saving
2
throws?
con saves.
Well, that one's a yes. That's a natural 20.
Boom.
And that one's a 15. That's not bad. I don't have anything to add. I don't know why I'm looking for it. Does the 15 work, bestie?
Yes, 15 was actually yes, it does.
If I remember correctly, it's half the damage or 10, whichever one's higher.
Which
On concentration?
if for the second one it would either be 8 or 10 because half the damage would be 8. So, yeah.
Yeah.
So, is that all you'd like to do for this turn?
I think that's all I can do.
Okay.
Yep.
So now it's Nico. You're seeing Kazim pop up behind, try and quickly run across the room and come up with these 2 daggers and stab both of them into the back at the same time of Mystrix. And you're seeing this weird sizzling smoke kind of come off the back, and you're hearing the crackle coming from the daggers. And Mystrix is obviously, weirdly, not making many pained faces.
She's probably grinning ear to ear, like
Yes.
further than the cat can grin.
Very creepily large smile on her face.
Cheshire.
I'm going to, first of all, for a bonus action, use my Celestial Revelation. So, Charisma saving throw, Mystrix.
And
Quote
Nico.
unquote,
And
Mystrix.
Mystrix and Kazim, you have to make it as well.
Oh shit! Okay, Kazim!
I'll be.
We add our charisma to this. Charisma.
Well,
Well, you, what?
what's he
I
doing?
bought a push.
I got a 17.
I got a natural 1.
Oh god! DC was 16.
So
So
Mystrix,
you only affected me.
Mystrix
Awesome,
is
awesome.
still smiling as this weird kind of this cloaked figure, there's black hood begins to come over Nico, and you're seeing the bright white light and the bright gold light coming from his eyes as you're seeing this draped cloud of blue smoke as it kind of goes down to the bottom, as he kind of almost looking like this blue angel of death. And Kazim, it's fucking horrifying. You're seeing that the skin on Nico's like right arm is beginning to kind of rot off and fall off in some pieces, and you're seeing this very familiar skeletal hand.
So frightened?
You are, yes, you are frightened of, and you have to move back as far as you can, as far as you possibly can.
Right now?
Yes.
Oh, I was hoping for fucking Mystrix to do that.
You papa. Oh my.
Which
son.
also means, Mystrix, you get an attack of opportunity.
15 feet away and get fucking slapped. Thanks.
But I have to keep concentration, so. Can I attack him
Yeah.
while still holding concentration?
Yeah,
on
because
myself?
as long as you don't, you can do anything as long as you don't cast another
Physically.
concentration spell.
Well, it's for the reaction. It has to be a melee attack, right?
Yes, it does have
Yeah,
to be,
but that-
unless
that
you have
would-
Warcaster.
Yes,
That,
But you
that
forget
doesn't
I
break
have-
concentration.
I have cat claws.
So you can,
Yeah.
you
So
can,
my unarmed strike is cat claws.
you can do unarmed strike if you'd like to.
It is the melee.
Well, you have your weapons
So
as well.
Am I doing cat claws or am I doing unarmed?
You pick. You have your weapon. You can do your cat claws, or you can use the weapons that you have.
Yeah, so long as it's a physical melee attack, it doesn't matter what you do.
Okay, we're gonna hit him with the lightning rapier.
Oof.
Isn't that the
I
one
helped
you
you
stole?
steal that, asshole.
You didn't help. You didn't help this one steal it. That is a 16.
That hits.
Oh.
Oh my god! I
Oh,
was
God.
not expecting that one to hit.
Oh,
I've got a really
Okay.
low AC there.
Okay.
Actually, surprisingly low. Let me double check that.
So it's 1d8 plus 3 piercing. Where the fuck is my
Yeah.
d8?
Yeah.
Where did you go?
I gotta get some better armor.
D8. That is an 8 plus 3 piercing. And we're gonna spend a charge on lightning.
So that's already 11 piercing, to be clear.
Yes.
God. And then 1d6 of lightning damage. Just get that for you real quick, buddy. 5.
So all of a sudden, you guys all see Nico turning into that creepy angel, and you see Kazim immediately start kind of backing away, staring at Nico, not paying attention, and seeing Mystrix quickly draw out the rapier and stab it into Kazim, and you see this weird electric bolt kind of go down her arm into the blade and into Kazim, and it launches him against the wall as he just kind of sits there dazed for a second. You are still, you're not, no kind of restrictions or anything, but you took quite a bit of damage from that.
Should I tell everybody the number, or should I keep it to myself?
Just tell me.
To
Keep it
yourself.
to yourself.
I'll DM it to you, Karma.
You don't have to worry about it anymore because you didn't put it back on.
No, not that number. The number of HP I'm currently at.
Oh! Oh!
Keep that to yourself.
Yes, keep it to yourself.
Let me tell you, I look at the either.
Anyway, Nico.
Please
Oh.
remember, this is
Hey.
not your friendly cat.
That was your bonus action that almost got me killed.
What would Nico like to do for the rest of his turn?
He's mad. He's angry. He just saw Mystrix, quote unquote Mystrix, slash Kazim. I'm going to reach for her throat and cast Vampiric Touch
Ooh,
at
all right.
third level.
Ooh, roll for the attack.
And that is to hit.
Ooh, double everything.
I've never seen you so excited to kill me.
Double everything. This is the one time we actually get to kill a teammate.
Wait,
Oh.
okay.
Well, yeah, the
I
campaign
get to
is
do it a little
young.
more often.
Oh, wait. I need to do math. Wait, give me a second.
Ooh.
Okay, it's... thing.
I have the perfect trauma-inducing thing.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's see. Oh, you fucking dumb bitch. I need this healing. I fucking need this healing. Oh.
Really see.
10. 16.
Oh shit, this is necrotic damage, isn't it?
19. Yes.
Lucy, you don't need to be on the stream, please.
5.
Hunt Doppelganger's resistance.
Yes, she does. She does need to be on the stream.
Guys, this is Lucy.
Lucy.
Hello.
She's my
Wait,
boyfriend.
oh, he's dancing. He is dancing. He got so excited to kill her.
Like fucking killed him.
Wait, I'm doing math. For some reason, he started fucking dancing. Let's see. I need a calculator because, yeah, I don't know.
Don't we know doppelgangers to be resistant to necrotic?
Yep.
43 points of damage.
43?
For which half of I heal. 43.
So you take.
So it's going to be 37 necrotic, and then 6 thunder.
What do I take?
And I take half of this as healing, and I'm back up
So you take.
to my full.
So you take. Mystrix, you take 25 points of damage, and Nico, you heal for 22 points of HP.
22. Okay, that's still doable.
Because
Okay.
because she took half of the necrotic damage, but you take half of the total damage that you would have done, not how much is actually. So
Yeah.
So you take 25 because you only have the necrotic, but she still takes the thunder.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
And that was my action.
okay.
Like as I reach for her throat, and I'm holding her there, with my,
Mm-hmm.
with the vampiric touch. Which I obviously had to move up 10 feet, but whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's my turn.
So you guys see Nico as this blue angel of death very fly up almost to Mystrix and dig his necrotic hand into the neck, and you're seeing this black ooze kind of come out of the sides where it seems like he's piercing the neck of the doppelganger, but you're seeing Mystrix with that very creepy smile still on her face as you're seeing this weird black ooze kind of crawl up Nico's arm, and you see him almost able to relax a little bit, and you're seeing again Mystrix just doesn't seem too phased by this whatsoever. And if that's all you're gonna do, Silus, what are you doing?
Yeah, sadly that's all I can do.
Oh, how far would I have to walk to get from the top of the stairs to Mystrix?
About 30 feet.
Good. I'd like to rage.
Okay. Roll for Constitution.
That's a nat 20 on the con save. God
You are
fucking damn it.
perfectly fine. You are fucking. You guys all feel that just kind of silent rage taking over everything. You're feeling almost this pressure being exerted of this just anger. And Mystrix, you do feel the heavy steps of this orc slowly making his way down the stairs, and you can almost feel the ground shake from it.
Intimidating. Fair.
And I'd like to hit you with the Stormbringer axe.
Oh, real quick, Mystrix, you have to make a Constitution save.
Like those have been extremely hard. That's a 15. That's not bad.
You drop your witch bolts.
God damn it. Okay.
Yeah, it's half the damage.
Yeah.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
So wouldn't the DC have been 13? Because she took 25?
Half of the total damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're gonna
That's fine.
you're attacking Silus.
Yep.
Okay, roll for the attack.
That is a 14.
Meets it.
Whoa!
Oh.
Alright. Okay. Now, there's a lot coming. So,
I stuffed that up for you.
that is... I forget how much I added this to because of rage. Give me a moment. So that is 10 slashing
Okay.
plus that, and then 7, 8, 9, 10 radiant.
Is that after being doubled, or is that just what you rolled? What you rolled?
That's just what I rolled. So I got 10 slashing, rolled and 10 radiant rolled.
Okay, so Mystrix takes 30 points of a damage.
Hey, bestie.
Hmm.
Are you keeping up with math?
Yeah.
Okay. It's fine. It's happened.
Okay. Silus. How would you like to do this?
The Silus is also going to be smiling. He's going to turn the axe so he's holding it backwards, drive it up into underneath your jaw, sort of catching your lower jawline, pull you in close. I knew from the moment you walked into town. Therisdun will be very disappointed in you. And still holding the axe, I kick you into the fire.
All right, so in front of you, Nico, as you're holding this doppelganger's neck, you're seeing a flash of light as all of a sudden all that's left seems to be the throats of Mystrix in your hands. As you're seeing Silus with the doppelganger now up against him with the axe in its jawline just under. You see him whisper something to it and just fucking boot it into the fire as it begins burning and turning into this grayish goo. And that will take us out of initiative.
I
Woo woo.
simply turn to Nico, say, claim your prize, and walk back up the stairs to my room.
I just drop to my knees, like, into the fire, and I reach out for my necklace. Like,
You go and
fuck the
grab
fire.
the necklace very quickly and notice it's cool to the touch.
I'm going to hold it close to my chest. I'm going to drop the revelation and like almost sobbing, like crying on his knees, like holding it close to his chest. He's just so done. It's not even fucking 8 a.m. He's so done with everything.
You hear from behind the counter, is it over? And Kazim and Nico, you turn around and see Turnell hiding behind his bar as he's just kind of peeking over.
Yeah, it's over. Can I get a breakfast platter and an ale?
You see him kind of stand up, and he's got a little bit of like goo on him, and you see him just kind of. Okay,
Hey,
give me.
in good news, we played a song for him.
Fucking hell.
Okay, I'm done. I'll mute myself now.
Kazim. Fucking hell.
Seems just bleeding, electrocuted, so his feathers are all
You
standing upright.
You see him like grabbing a tankard as it's shaking as he's trying to fill it with ale, and he just kind of puts it down, and he just kind of goes, "I'll be back with your food," and he just kind of very quickly goes into the back room.
Can I take a short rest?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna burn my channel divinity for a spell slot. I'm gonna get that back, so I get my channel divinity back over the short rest, and then I'm gonna roll some hit dice.
Okay.
It's fine.
Nico would just stand up, still holding the fucking throat in his hand. Like,
This is how I imagine it. Nico just kind of walks over to Kazim, dropping that blue kind of angel of death as he just kind of sits down and just drops this ooze coming out of his hand that you can see what still lingers, what little bits of patch of fur as it's just sitting on the counter, sitting at the bar, as he just kind of reaches over, grabs a cup, flicks the tap and puts it back as he just kind of sits down next to you, Kazim.
I knew I was right. Are you
I had a
still
little
in the mood?
intuition.
Are you
I
still in the
gotta,
mood to talk with Tammy?
I really need to talk to Tammy.
You really need to talk to Tammy, are you sure?
Is he dead in the necklace? Is that happening, or
No, he's not dead.
I don't know. You just pulled him out of a fireplace.
You see
He
Nico
lives
actually
in
wearing
my
the neck.
head.
You're seeing Nico wearing the necklace, and there's not a singe mark on it.
Tammy lives in my head, not in my necklace. As if that would actually do anything.
I'm gonna knock on Nico's forehead a couple of times.
Oh my
Tammy?
fucking god! Yo, could I please get my bonus action back and have my eyes just turn to black pools as he does that?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yes. Like my like eyes just like full pitch black, like black ooze dripping from them, and like in like this deep like disconjoined voice, just like yes.
Roll for
Kazim?"
Constitution there, Kazim.
Constitution or charisma?
Oh yeah, charisma. Charisma saving.
It was 18 plus 5,
Constitution,
23.
Wait. Either way, it's gonna save.
Yeah,
but,
that's a save.
I see
yeah.
the eyes turn black. I'm still knocking.
Well, I've been through too much shit today to be scared of you.
Yeah.
anymore.
You know what? You can have it. Oh my god. But not up here, come on. Like, let's get up. This was not Mystrix. We need to find her. And Silus apparently, you know?
We should have probably kept the doppelganger alive. So we could
Just like the
interrogate him.
last one, you know.
Oh, we could have also tried the... Oh, we should have tried the ring! Oh, fuck. We'll try it again.
Oh my
next time.
god, Kazim.
Imagine, I was thinking about it, like, what if I just tell Mystrix, hey, put on this ring really quick?
Oh my god.
I
Mystrix
was
is
thinking about
somewhere. He needs help. We're sitting here joking at this table, eating food, while she could be fucking dying somewhere in a fucking ditch right now.
Just then you hear the back door open as Turnell is walking out with his hand shaking, holding a plate of like little bit of like bacon and hash browns.
Hearing
Obviously,
that his favorite bard in the world could be dead.
yeah. And he just kind of puts it down in front of you, and he's like, here, you're covered. It's fine. And he kind of looks over at you, Nico, and you see him kind of. Do you need anything?
I am perfectly fine. Thank you.
I'll be back there, as he just kind of quickly walks away. Silas, you're just going up to your room, right?
I'm going up to my room to collect my things, and then I'm coming back down and going straight to Tennell.
Okay. Are you guys still talking at the bar while he's collecting all of his stuff?
I mean, that happens while we're talking, so I assume yes.
So yeah, he comes down. You hear Silas coming down the stairs as Turnell is beginning to walk back, and I assume Silas is like, "Excuse me, sir." And Turnell just stops. No?
I'm staring at Tennell, waiting for him to speak to me.
You see, so instead of him going to the back, Nico says that he's perfectly fine. He just kind of looks up, and Silas, you see his eyes are very wide, and he's scared, and he just kind of slowly walks over and goes, "And did you need anything?"
I need you to deliver a message to all of Peakbarrow, to all who will listen.
I will make sure whoever will listen. Yeah. Okay.
You saw what happened this morning?
More than I would have liked to, yes.
Zwendal has lied to you. The doppelgangers are real.
So, hold on. So that
was a doppelganger. Tharizdun is returning.
So you didn't just kill Mystrix in the middle of my bar.
We're going out now to find her. And when we bring her back alive...
Oh my goodness.
That will be your proof.
Oh my god. Oh,
Shit,
praise
okay.
Paylor. Okay.
Kazim is gonna really quick grab his ale and throw it in the fire to try to put it out.
Roll for dex.
Yes, his ale. His ale.
Roll for dex.
Nat 1. Come on.
He just Kazim just grabs his cup and just fucking throws it on the ground right next to him for some fucking reason.
You gotta collect the goo. We forgot he's gonna pay us.
I'm holding the fruit with the goo, Kazim. I'm holding it.
You see Turnell quickly turn around and just back and goes, looks at Silus and goes, I will pass your message along.
Guys, we need to go. We need to go now.
And I'm going to Chestnut.
And you guys begin filing out. You're seeing just, as soon as you guys walk out of this bar, you're seeing Turnell just kind of turn around and just looking at everything like,
Kazim, pay him something. Like, we just destroyed his fucking... I don't know, living room situation.
He is about to explain to everyone in this city that everything we have been telling them is true. Vendel and Paylor could not hide from us any longer.
As soon as you guys open up the door, you notice that there is quite a crowd gathering outside of the bar after hearing quite a fucking ruckus going on from inside.
I'm gonna hand Turnell that bag of uncut gemstones I have. That's worth 25 GP. I'm just gonna give that to him for the repairs.
You see him just kind of grab it, and he just kind of thank you. He puts it down at the
Can
bar.
you get me some containers so I can try to collect more of this? Of the goo taking up your fireplace.
As he quickly goes over and he like kind of tries to grab like these kind of like cups that seem that he does that seem a little bit like he's like here you go.
Cool. I'm gonna try to fill up as many of those as I can with the doppelganger goo.
Roll for, we're gonna say just dex.
7.
You get
I'm not doing
one
great.
like halfway filled with goo, and then you realize you're just kind of smearing the rest.
Yeah, half a cup of goo is fine, I guess.
Okay.
Let's go talk to Giselle. She'll give us some cash for this.
Oh my god. I'm gonna prepare the fucking carriage that I drifted fucking yesterday. Like, fucking Tokyo drift that bitch. Like, I'm gonna fucking prepare that.
Silus just kind of walks
We-
off to his...
we're on a
Are you
mission.
guys just ignoring the large crowd of about 15 to 20 people
Silas
outside
is
of the
gonna
bar?
Silas is just going to push through, and once he's on the other side, say, Turnell has a story to tell you. Wendell has lied. Paylor has abandoned you. Theristoon returns.
You hear a bunch of like murmuring and stuff like that. And you are hearing a couple like, I fucking told you, I knew it. And you hear in a couple other and goes, how would he know? He has no idea. But you're seeing a bunch of people like conversing as Kazim, you're walking out and you heard the last bit where Paylor has abandoned you. And you're seeing all these people kind of talk to each other. Do you just push through and go over to your cart?
As Kazim, wearing his clerical robes because he's always wearing his robes, I'm gonna put my hands up and say, the Dawn Fathers lied to you. And so has the Sunbeam. The truth is, the doppelgangers are here, and they're evil. And there is nothing to be afraid of, because the bomb squad is here to save the day.
Roll for persuasion.
Oh my god.
Okay, this isn't going to be a great number. Fucking god!
Please be something.
That's a one.
Is it a natty one?
It's another natural one!
You're seeing everyone kind of look at each other and go, the bomb
Could we
squad.
argue
This
that
dice
my
is getting the count.
setup gave him advantage? Because
I'll agree. That would give you advantage.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
12
Spot.
You
Say
hear
One.
you hear one solitary woo from the back of the crowd, but you see everyone else just kind of. The bomb squad. Have you heard of the bomb? I have no idea.
Could
Have
we
you heard
argue
about
that it was deception because I don't actually feel like they're safe?
No. We're not changing it again. I already changed it once. But as you're saying that the sunbeam has abandoned you, you look over and notice there are fucking guards approaching you guys now.
I'm just
I turned
walking,
invisible.
and I am simply walking to Artemis and Chestnut.
I hide amongst the crowd and make myself just look like a regular human, a human blacksmith.
Roll for stealth, fucking Assassin's Creed.
Well, I also have the disguise.
So
self that I'm casting on myself.
roll for stealth with advantage.
Fucking finally! Okay, 22.
Kazim just manages, he just goes into the crowd, and it's weird. Silus, you made eye contact with Kazim, and you see these people walk by, and he's just fucking gone. And
Yep.
you
I
look over,
imagine he's now also going like, woo!
you look over at the carriage and notice that Nico's fucking gone. And now as you walk towards the carriage and towards your horses, the guards are coming up behind you and goes, excuse me,
I ignore them.
blasphemy is illegal in Peakbarrow.
Then I suggest you go talk to the Sunbeam about the doppelganger that is in this tavern. You can go see for yourself.
Roll for persuasion.
I'm fine with that. I can't see what that is. That is a 17.
You see them just kind of look at each other. We need to ask you to leave the town.
Oh, I'm leaving.
Working on it.
But if you wish to honor the memory of Terran, I would go look at the body.
You see them kind of look around. Make haste. Leave. And they quickly turn around and start going towards the tavern.
Until I see you again. And whilst I'm getting the horses ready, I'd also like to go see Buttercup.
Okay. You walk over to the light to go grab Buttercup. And as you go ahead and roll for investigation.
That is a 15.
You do notice that Buttercup is a little bit more docile than normal for some reason. A lot more. Usually, Buttercup has a bit. From your experience, is just as rambunctious and obnoxious as the original owner of it. But this seems a lot calmer. It looks like the same horse, but is much different demeanor as you begin. And it doesn't seem to mind that you pulling on the reins to bring it over towards the other horses. You're pretty sure this is Buttercup, but the demeanor is just different.
I'd like to check the eyes.
Okay. You look into the eyes, and you notice that they are purple. And you also notice that Buttercup has an extra appendage that Buttercup did not have before.
Haha.
Weirdly looks the same. Purple eyes. Definitely not Buttercup.
I don't want to cut the horse. I'm
Only in
good.
D&D.
Are you going to be the next
Now-
horse killer?
I
CJ?
said now he understands when Mystrix walked through and was like, I want to look at the horse.
Yeah, no, because I get bad vibes from Mystrix just walking into town, and I'm gonna walk Buttercup over to the feather bed and look for Kazim. He's the magic man.
You have no idea where Kazim is. He is.
I've been just like following him by 15 feet around, just chuckling to myself because he doesn't know where I am.
Roll for perception there, Silus.
That's a 23.
You don't see Kazim, but you do notice that there's this dwarven blacksmith that seems to be following you around a lot.
Human blacksmith.
Human blacksmith. I'm sorry, human blacksmith. That seems to be that they're not sure if he's following you, but he's definitely always behind you for some reason every time you turn around.
Question is, would Silus put two and two together? Because he's seen Kazim disguise himself before.
Just never as a human blacksmith.
Never as a human, but he's also got disguised self, so he would know that the ability to change one is the ability to change two any.
That's true.
If you are Kazim, then Mystrix horse may need some magical attention. If you're not, get the fuck out of my way before I kill you.
Damn, all right. I'll check out the horse. Fuck.
Works every time.
I was gonna have fun, asshole. Would you? Oh, you can't talk to Giselle.
I can't step foot in the light or I begin a war.
Where's we're definitely doubling back on that later. But where's our Azamar friend?
Nico, where are you? Invisible.
He's invisible. Fixing the
You-
carriage up.
You two were together when the guards showed up. That's
We
as far
split
as
up
I'm
because
aware.
they were coming to yell at us.
We don't do
Well-
good. We're fucking pressure.
Well then, Kazim, it was your responsibility to watch all three of them.
What?
As you guys begin
Nico
bringing.
and the people in his head.
All three. I'm lost. I'm so lost.
Look, just check on the horse. I'll get the others ready to go.
With your
Josh, he's talking about Nico, V, and Tammy. 3 people.
All three.
Josh probably gets it.
They're
But...
all. Josh gets it. Kazim's still a little.
You seem to think it's shit. As you guys, Kazim, though, with your passive perception, are noticing that for some reason there are some ropes on the carriage that seem to be moving on their own.
Ghost carriage. Got it. I'm gonna check on the horse.
Okay. You look over and you see that the eyes are a glistening purple over the entire thing. Obviously, something has been cast on this horse. Again, you do notice that it looks an awful lot like Buttercup, but you also don't remember the very large appendage underneath the horse that was...
I don't think Kazim paid attention either time to the appendage.
It's large enough that you probably would have noticed whether or not you were paying attention.
Well, I mean, it's that time of the morning, I guess.
Yes.
Would detect magic tell me what the spell is, or just that there is a spell?
It'd probably tell you what it is. Or detect magic will only tell you what school of magic it is.
That could give me a lot of answers still. Unless it's just like enchantment, in which case I'm boned, because I have no idea where to go with that. Scroll of Identify would tell me what spell it is for sure, right?
Yep.
What would Kazim do? Yeah, Kazim's gonna blow the scroll.
Okay. You have noticed that your horse that is in front of you, you guys are all by the horses, by the carriages, as Kazim kind of pulls up the scroll and he begins reading it, and you see it kind of start sizzling out of his hand and burning away and evaporating. And Kazim, you now know that the horse is under the spell Command.
So not worth a scroll of Identify. So not worth it. Cool.
Why do I just imagine a bird standing reading poetry to a horse?
Should I compare thee to a summer's horse?
I swear to God.
It's under the spell Command?
Yes.
Does he say that out loud?
What? I think I would, yeah. Command, really. so it should be over by now.
Depends.
Well, command only lasts
Did you see that appendage?
a round.
Did
Oh,
you see
no,
the
that's fine.
appendage underneath the horse? Does it look natural, or is that?
Oh, yeah.
Natural, homegrown.
Okay, so it's not.
In other words,
Yeah, it's not some kind of fluffy parasite. then.
this boy be packing.
Maybe just hit him. Says like, out of nowhere next to Kazim, invisible space.
Silus, did you already check to see if this horse was a doppelganger?
I didn't want to cut the horse until we knew what we were dealing with. Because if we injure the horse and it puts it at detriment, it will slow us down, which means Mystrix could end up even more danger than she already is.
Aw.
We can either try and find someone to dispel whatever magic is being used on it, or we can cut it. Whatever we're gonna do, we need to do it quickly because we don't know how long we've got.
I mean, can we just like let it be for now? I mean, it's not attacking us, is it? Like we can deal with it later after we find Mystrix, right?
Because Mystrix
not-
Mystrix is going to love that sight when she sees her horse again.
Okay, fine. Let me stab it then, and like I just dropped invisibility.
All of a sudden, Nico is standing next to the horse, dagger in hand, and just, all right, let me stab it.
To stab shit.
Look, it fucking worked, didn't it? And you, Silus, if you knew, why didn't you say something or did something? Like, I thought I was
You
going
almost got
bonkers.
killed, Silus. That would have been. You could have at least clued us in.
No, your reactions had to be genuine. Because the tavern keeper had to see the truth. The people around the area had to see the truth. They now know.
Going bonkers.
You get banned from town? The fuck?
People now
remember
know
this
that doppelgangers exist. They know Therastoon is coming back. Zwendal can't hide it anymore. The more chaos we cause, the strong.
Silus.
The more chaos we cause, the more powerful Therastoon becomes. Makes Paylor desperate. It means the Sunbeam might work with us.
That's a good point.
I mean, there's logic in that.
We need to cause as much chaos as possible.
To strengthen Therastoon. To get Paylor to help us fight Therastoon, who we just beefed up.
And then once Paylor is done fighting Therastoon, Paylor will be weakened.
And that's when we come in and kill the other god. Because we got slayers now.
Can I just propose one thing?
Maybe after we've dealt with the knife in the horse situation.
Yeah.
The knife in horse? Knife in horse.
Yeah, I stabbed him, but
You do notice that the horse is bleeding, and it didn't seem to really care.
it's
But
worse than a woman before.
Mystrix blood as well.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
This is actually bleeding.
Okay, so doppelgangers can fake bleed now. So
You have no idea. You have no idea what actually happened. It just, what happened looked kind of like blood. You saw her flinch, and then when she showed it again, there was blood.
It could be anything from common deception to illusion to a natural evolution. It could be a myriad of things.
So, can we all just assume that since it's easy for them to trick us with up-close fake blood, that we can stop stabbing each other to figure out if we're doppelgangers or not, since clearly that doesn't matter?
I think trying it on people that don't know about the doppelganger situation may still be useful, as they won't necessarily know that we need to be tricked.
We're just telling random people to stab themselves, though, for no gain.
It's gotten us this far.
We got tricked up close and personal. How far did it get us?
Look around you, Kazim. We're making progress.
I'm going to, still disguised as a human blacksmith, fan out my wings and fly to the light.
All right, you guys just see
As a
this human just put his arms out and just start flapping, and he actually begins to take off and fly towards the light. It's a little weird.
A little.
It's very fucking
We need
weird.
to find. We need to find someone who can dispel whatever bewitching is on this horse, and then we need to get out of the city and find Mystrix. Who knows how far she made it in a couple of hours?
I mean, I think she's already. I mean, I don't want to be the bad news bearer, but like, you know, from where I got the hunch, I think something might have already happened to her.
But that would have
So-
happened only a few hours away. And let's say she is trapped in this white orb. That person could only go so far. With every moment we wait, the amount of area we have to cover grows. Not even a hunter can cover that much ground.
Alright, cool.
So do we try and help the horse now or leave it? Kazim will catch up with us.
I know she cares for the horse, but she right now is more important than that. I say we. Why don't we just tell Giselle? Look, I mean, I can just walk in and out, tell her, and we like, there's this horse. There's something wrong with it. Some cursed fucking bullshit, whatever. And we just go. Like we can't be
Okay.
stalling.
You go. I'll take the horses and
Yeah.
meet you at the. I'll take the horses and carriage. I'll meet you at the gate.
Yep.
And I'm
For
go-
clarification, were all of us banned from the light, or just Kazim and Silus?
No,
And,
you
know?
two. No. You two can still go into the lobby. I cannot step foot in the building, or I start
Yeah.
the war with the
Okay.
door.
That's good. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna step into the lobby.
And I'm going to the gate that we all left through the day before.
Yeah.
Okay. Kazim,
Now.
while you're sitting at the flying over to the light, what are you doing?
I'm doing my best not to spill the cup of goo in my hand.
So as you're flapping your wing with your human arms and your hand is a cup, T-posing through the sky as you land at the light and begin to walk inside. And are you staying the blacksmith as you walk inside?
Yeah, I think I am.
Okay, you walk into the light and you see Giselle standing behind the main desk as she just kind of looks over at you and just kind of cocks her head a little bit and she goes, hello? Can I help you?
Are you a ghost? Yes or no?
What an odd question.
A question that you haven't answered.
Who are you?
Jeremy the jewelry maker.
Roll for deception.
Looking like a blacksmith.
Dirty 20.
Right. Well, I'm not a ghost. Is that all you came in here to ask me?
Yeah, and then I'll drop the disguise.
Oh my goodness. That was very
I
impressive.
just wanted to see if I could get you to say it.
That was okay. Why would?
Anyway,
Can I ask you a serious question, Kazim?
of course.
Why would I give any pertinent information to anyone outside of the light?
Are you a ghost?
I don't know. You're not part of the light. And she just kind of winks at you and she goes, "What do you need?" And behind you, you hear the door open and there's Nico walking in.
Nico, I'll do the talking for the both of us. We just fought 2 different doppelgangers. We had to split up to kill them both. I've collected goo from one, and I believe if Nico survived the attack, that He also killed another.
Roll for deception. Nico, are you doing anything, or are you just
Yeah,
letting this
20.
happen?
I am.
Oh,
I'm just standing there looking at Kazim like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Nico
Okay.
believes that.
Nico believes it.
Nico.
100%.
Yeah, even Nico's just like, when the fuck did he fight a second one?
Oh my god.
That is
Kazim.
wow. Did you kill the second one by yourself, Kazim?
I have no fucking idea.
I
How did
am-
you do it? Oh my god.
I am.
Are you okay, Kazim?
Absolutely impressed.
it went so well. I used something that we personally call a holy hand grenade.
You know, I don't know if it's true. I've heard there's been this little gnome that's been walking in here asking for some kind of book of enchantment, talking about something called a holy hand grenade, but
He sounds crazy.
he's a little weird one. But that okay. Do you have the pieces for me to? I can reward you if you give me some sort of proof. I don't. Of course, I believe you, but
Cup of goo on the table.
ew.
I have the throat.
Radiant damage turns them into a fine slush.
Okay, and you have what, Nico?
I have a throat.
As you just kind of
And
hold
I
it up and
hold
just.
it out. Yeah.
Oh goodness. Okay. Okay. Thank you. She kind of pulls up this weird wooden box as she just kind of puts her hand down and smears it all on the desk as she just trying to get this throat in the box. You see her just pick up the cup and just kind of put it in, and you see her holding up her hand and just looking. Pulls out.
I wipe mine at Kazim's feathers.
She wipes off her hand on a
I'm
rag,
fine.
and she goes, "Okay." And she very well, and she pulls out this bag and drops it down. There's 400 gold for the 2 doppelgangers, and next time, if we could please bring them in something I don't have to touch, that'd be great.
I think it's pretty well held in this cup here.
The cup is fine. The throat, I cherish you, Mr. Nico, but that is a bit much for me.
I mean, I had it in my pocket, but you know.
Oh God. Thank you for.
Got it in my pocket.
Thank you
Question.
for bringing this in.
Karma question.
Yeah.
Does it still look like my throat?
Yes, it's still furry. Oh God. Might I go recommend a bath and perhaps burning those clothes forever?
No, some dirt will do fine, right, Kazim?
Yeah, dirt gets right out. So nice.
You see her kind of narrow her eyes at you, and she goes, "I'm gonna go." And she just kind of turns and starts walking.
Wait, before we go.
Is it another throat?
You know, no, it's not.
Okay.
But Mystrix's horse, there seems to be something wrong. Some magic. You said command spell?
No, it is a command spell, but there's also something else wrong with it.
We don't know what's wrong with it. It's standing in front of the tavern. We need to go find Mystrix. Could one of you please see to that the horse is doing fine and, you know?
I can send
Actually
one of
alive.
our nature clerics out to look at this
Like,
horse.
it's the one by the tavern. It looks... I think you're gonna... As soon as you see it, it has like an extra appendage, you know, situation. It doesn't look good. And a stab wound. That was me, but, you know,
It's the
we need to
one
go.
with the gaping gash in its neck, and I'm not gonna say
We need
the
to
other
go.
part because we're in mixed company. But goddamn,
Because we need to go
Couple
now.
questions.
We really need
A
to
few
go.
questions,
No.
if you don't mind.
what?
Did you stab the horse?
Yes, I did stab the horse.
That's
Okay.
a lie.
Well,
And is it a boy horse by chance?
it's a
didn't
girl
used to be.
horse. It's not a dick. Come on.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Totally. We totally.
Am I
fucking
sure?
Both
No,
of
we
you
don't.
roll for
We're gonna roll
nature.
on that.
Roll for nature.
Nature. I
Wait,
got
wait, that's
paid.
one.
You are sure that is not a wiener. That is not a boy horse. It has been
Yeah, that's-
mutated. You see her just kind
Sorry,
of.
officer. It has a leg growing out from its stomach.
You
To
see,
grab
Sorry,
the tree
sorry,
trunk,
officer.
but I can't.
That's
I don't
not
even
a
know how to
dick.
kidnap.
We need to go.
you see her go. I will send somebody to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Kazim. We going.
You see her quickly turn and kind of bring a scribe over, and you see her like trying to describe something. And you're seeing this scribe's like face of horror come on as she's like watching you two leave. And she looks back at Giselle, and you see Giselle just gotta go, yeah.
Wow.
I'll show him the neck and the goo.
And you
my
see
God.
very quickly he's starting to follow you guys over to the tavern to go look at the horse.
Mhm.
And
I do have
Should-
to ask. Nico, that's not the same pocket you keep your rations in, is
I
it?
sure
No,
hope
no, no.
it.
No. The thing is, you've never seen Nico carry anything in his entire life because everything magically disappears into his necklace. He
What?
legit just had it in his pocket.
Why didn't you put the throne in the necklace?
Well,
Is it-
you know what,
you
you
robbed
know,
me.
look, I don't want to soil my fucking couches and pillows and all that.
I'm just a little bit salty because these guys have had a
It's
go at me.
magical pillows in a
Hold
magical
on, did you
space.
say
I
couches
can't.
and pillows?
No,
Do you have
no,
a lounge in your necklace?
I actually do, Kazim.
no, here's the thing. Nico and the others had a go at Silus for wearing the same clothes all the time. At least Silus doesn't put dead, rotting body parts in his pockets.
Come on, it's not the first time. Let's just fucking get over it. Let's go.
What? What do you mean it's not the first time?
As you begin to come up upon the horse, the clerk just finally catches up and goes, oh my goodness. I assume that's the horse, the one with the large gash in the back. Okay, well,
Oh
first
my
up,
gosh.
I was there when we found it.
first off, that is a boy horse. Just to let you know.
Didn't you?
Oh shit. See? Come on. Look at that Kazim.
So-
It used to be. That's the problem.
Okay, well, it's probably a different horse because I don't know if you know this, but horses can be different. And he kind
You
of
know
quickly
what?
walks over and he
Are you
starts
calling us
healing.
stupid?
Let me heal the
What the
horse.
fucking
As
Mystrix
he's healing the back wound on this horse. Is there something else that was bothering you, or are you just not sure what that was? As he's pointing to the gigantic
Oh my
tree
God.
trunk underneath the horse.
It is under the effects of a command spell.
That way to bury the lead. Okay.
Okay. Shut up,
This
I
cleric,
said it.
this cleric,
fucking said it.
this cleric is not entertained by you at all. As this, it is like a dwarven female as she picks up the horse's kind of head and looking at both the eyes. She goes, "Oh, okay. Seems to be a pretty simple command." And you see her kind of just go up and like poke it in the ear, and she goes, "Okay, okay." And she just kind of waves her hand over, and you see the eyes begin to clear up. She goes, "It was told not to have any feelings towards anything. That's why it seemed kind of calm. But obviously, it took it a little literal than that. But I think that should have the horse be okay." And you see the horse kind of get a little bit more energized and start shaking a little bit.
But is it Buttercup?
I don't know. Is it? Roll for nature.
12?
It looks like Buttercup.
Well, this is Buttercup. Let's go. We're taking the horse. Doesn't matter,
I-
Kazim. No.
Where'd I
We
get
need to
the
go.
dick though?
Maybe you always had a dick. How are we supposed to know? I never
Okay,
fucking
well,
looked at the
if
horse
there's
before.
if there's nothing else, I will take my leave as the cleric begins walking back towards the light. And you guys
we are
assume
going towards the carriage.
the carriage in which you see is now near the gates where Silus took it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As you guys begin walking towards him, and Silus, and you guys all meet up at the front gates. Floor is yours. Where are we going?
Hold before we leave town, there are guards at the gate, right?
Yes.
Okay, boys. We found 2 doppelgangers. They're both dead. There could be more.
No, we heard about that. Well, we heard about one. Where's this other one?
It's already dead. Don't worry about it.
But where's the body?
So, it's a fine paste. It's all been turned into dirt.
Like Giselle has
Giselle
the
has
body, right?
Cool.
I mean,
Most
we
of
just
it
fucking
burned
left
away.
it in.
Most of it burned away with radiant damage. It's fine. Just keep an eye out for purple eyes. If
Okay.
anybody has purple eyes, be incredibly suspicious.
I don't know, stab him or something, you know, it used to work.
Yeah, stabbing them used to work. We don't really know if that's still the case. If you can, radiant damage is really nice. I'm gonna pull out a holy hand grenade, something like this.
All
As
right.
far as I know, I think there's actually a gnome who sells magic items. I think he has a couple. You might check that out. They're rather expensive, though.
All right. Thank you, citizens. As
Yeah,
you
By the
were.
way, we have to go.
As you were. Back to business.
You
And then I'll
see,
walk out.
you see them genuinely like confused by this whole interaction. Like, what the fuck? Just, I have no idea. Who was that? I don't know, to be honest.
I'm just trying to send him some business. Like,
As you guys,
Silence, we have the horse. It's
If you guys are here, I'm already riding, and I'm going.
by the
I'm
way,
going.
Silas,
Oh, yeah.
you are 100% sure that's not Buttercup, and you've known the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
So, as I sort of begin riding, and I will be going to the exact spot I lost on Mystrix.
Okay.
So have we worked out what happened to the real Buttercup?
What? What do you mean, real Buttercup? I'm riding on Buttercup right now.
Yeah,
That
that's
horse
right here.
has a penis.
yeah, we're trying to figure out where did Buttercup get the penis. So let's keep up.
That is not Buttercup.
Of course it's
What do
Buttercup.
you
Look
mean
at
it's
it.
not Buttercup?
I know Mystrix's horse. I rode against Mystrix's horse yesterday. That is not Buttercup.
Also, we forgot to mention that horse does not have an injured ankle.
Ugh.
That would have been very nice to know. Thanks.
I don't think the two of us would know that the horse should have an injured
Wait.
ankle.
No.
I
Well,
would have. I would have though, and I would have immediately clocked that that's not
Oh my
Buttercup.
God.
I don't
Which
know
you
about the
which you
ankle.
totally
Guys.
did, but I feel like the 3-foot appendage underneath
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
was a quicker
Yeah.
clue in.
Yeah,
There's
absolutely.
also the fact that the doppelganger did say, you know, my injured horse that I rode back slowly on.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, if you just give me like a minute in the back of the carriage, I think I can help us figure out what happened to Mystrix.
Whatever you have
Um,
to do it quickly. And
Okay.
if we don't know that horse, we'll keep it with us for now. It could be useful to help pull the carriage.
I
But
mean, it's a fine horse.
yes, but
Right.
also there's only 4 of us, and we can't take care of 5 horses. So we'll keep it with us until we find Mystrix and Buttercup, and then we'll let it run free.
Okay. I'm gonna sit at the back of the carriage. Kazim, if you wanna watch. I don't give a fuck. And I will sit down, and I will take off my necklace, and I will hold it in my hands. Just like sitting down, like crossed legs and all that. And I will just ask, after I sent you after Mystrix to make sure that she was fine, where did she go? What happened, Tammy? I need to know.
You hear Tammy's voice coming forward, and you just hear, well, your furry friend wanted to go learn a story, and I just sent her one that may or may not hold her up from doing anything, well, not to be rude, but stupid. She should be
Do
fine.
you know where she is?
Of course I do.
You
she in the
do
necklace?
know where she is.
I'm the one that sent her. However, I don't know if it's necessarily useful for you to find her.
What?
She's a danger. Why should you go find her, Nico?
She is our friend.
She's
know that-
your friend. She's terrified of me. And as far as I can tell, is that she seems to be working for someone that you're actively against. So tell me, what good would it be to find her?
I know that she's working first, and we all across the board on the same page about that one. And yes, recently we might have not gotten along, but she's a good person, and I know that she can help us in all of this, and she doesn't deserve whatever is happening to her.
She's
Tammy.
peace right now. She's comfortable.
She begged me for help. Tammy.
Roll for persuasion.
Ooh.
Can I hear this
Look at that.
conversation between?
You hear Nico's side.
21 total.
Oh, you always know how to pull at the heartstrings, Nico. Well, luckily enough for you, it is on the way to your little cave that your group seems so obsessed about. You'll find her. It's fairly easy. You can't miss it. Trust me. You'll be fine.
Right.
Be warned,
Um,
Nico. There are certain things out in the woods that are better left alone. Hopefully you can find your friend quicker than others.
thank you, Tammy. There's someone who wished to speak to you.
Oh,
later.
before I go, one more thing, Nico. Are you aware of the other person watching over your tabaxi friend?
You're not talking about fairies then, are you?
No, I am not. That's why I was so comfortable. I knew she'd be perfectly fine. I assume that's probably why you got such an interesting dream. Who do you think was hiding out in the woodline?
You know, you are kind of the only connection to magic and gods and all that I've ever had in my entire life. You know full well that I have no idea who you speak of.
Well, I'll just tell you, I may be one of the most powerful versions of magic you might come into contact with, but there are other acceptable kinds that watch over our friends, and one as such has really caught in the eye of your friend there. You'll meet her soon. She needs your help. And you said someone wishes to talk to me?
Yeah, you know, Kazim would like to exchange a word with you, and I'm sure at the end of the day you'll get to.
I think I can share a word or two with him.
In private.
Interesting. Now, answer me this, Nico. Is he one that is also we're fond of?
Yes, we are fond
Oh,
of Kazim.
what fun is this? Kazim, you heard Nico say, yes, we are fond of Kazim.
The three of them! They are our friends!
Silas. I'm just gonna run up to Silas. Silas.
I'll sort
Nico's
of look
talking
back.
to himself.
Very well.
He's
He's
eating
fond
it.
of me. And he's got on me.
Meanwhile, in the back, very well, Nico. I will speak to your friend and he'll be fine.
Thank you, Tammy. Oh, alright. No,
Fair warning. Don't touch the crystal.
yeah. Never planned.
And wait to let me out until you're there. I will help.
Thank you.
Of course, it appears that I have more attachment than I wish. Is this what it's like to have feelings? Ugh.
Yeah, that's exactly how it is to have feelings.
I could do
Does that mean
without.
that you like us?
I could do without them. Okay, I'm fine with you. You are lovely. We are deep friends. The other, very well. If there's nothing else, I have some studying I'd like to do.
More than welcome to. Guys! I think I know where she is! Kinda. Mystrix. She,
Take the reins then.
Oh, that's not a good idea.
Animal handling.
I will.
Yes. Yes.
I'm like, Silas would have said, all right. Silas would have said, take the reins, and then he would have gone on to Artemis. Like, if you don't know, then Silas would have said,
That horse.
So what happens is Nico kind of gets up to the front, and you say take the reins. So Nico kind of takes the reins, and he goes to do the yeah, but on the up, let's go of the reins, so it doesn't do anything. So he's just kind of sitting there like, and the horses are going wherever they'd like to go. They have no direction whatsoever because Nico no longer has the reins.
Can
I
use,
don't know how
like,
to drive this.
from Artemis, am I able to like use my glaive to kind of hook the reins? and
Yes, you're able to pick
bring
them up
back?
and give them back to Nico.
A tighter grip.
I
Lead with
don't
your
know.
wrists and elbows.
I've never done this before.
Well, there's no better time to learn.
What missed? Oh, wait.
10 and
I
2,
mean,
Grandpa. 10 and 2.
Look, Nico, if you know where Mystrix is, then we're relying on you.
Fucking damn it. Okay, fine. Whatever.
Who wants to roll a
Oh,
d20?
I did that again.
Oh,
No, me, I'm not here.
Dyer gets it. Dyer.
Yee. Why am I so excited to die?
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, it's a natural 20.
Okay. Okay. As you guys are going down the road, Nico, you get this instinctual feeling that you need to go right off of the beaten path and into more of the woods as you begin kind of making your way down. It starts getting a little bit more wooded and a little bit more crowded than normal. Well, whoever would like to, please make a perception check.
I will. For
No,
sure.
thank you.
I'm a hunter. Looking at stuff is kind of my whole shtick. Oh god, that fell. Okay, we're gonna get a different dice.
Multiple of us are good too? Or
If you'd like
just,
to.
Dirty 20.
30-20. Nico, are you rolling for perception?
Yeah, totally. Nico is just like almost with closed eyes. He's just trusting in his gut feeling. Getting the horses where they need to go. Can't looking anywhere but ahead.
That's an 18.
Okay. So, Kazim and Silus, you both hear, as you're going deeper into these woods, as it's getting darker and darker, you hear a twig snap over on your left side. And as you both kind of look over, you don't see anything other than quick movement in what you swear looks like the flap of some kind of green cloth.
Crossbow readied.
You guys doing anything? You're just gonna keep going.
Miko mentioned a green cloak, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
I'm saying that to Kazim because I assume I would have also seen it.
Yes, both of you would have seen this. Just what looks to be a green cloth disappearing behind a tree.
Stop the carriage or keep going?
You stay with the carriage. I won't be far behind.
Alright.
We both know that if there is going to be a fight, I will last the longest.
I'm a little offended, but you're right.
So are you riding off towards it, or what are you doing?
I'm slowly trotting over to it, and I will have my axe out, but I will sort of call forward and just.
Okay, roll for perception.
Ooh, that's a 24.
As you begin riding closer to it, you notice what looks to be where the thing that was. You look up towards the ground, and you see there's obviously a design in the ground where you saw the movement, and you see what looks to be like an arrow, and on the tip of the arrow that is there, you notice a jingle bell, a familiar jingle bell that seems to be from the outfit from your tabaxi friend. Seems to be pointing in a singular direction, in a direction into the woods.
Kazim? Nico?
Yes?
I think I found the trail.
As all of you begin to follow where it looks that arrow's pointing, you notice that it is in the densest part of the entire forest, and there's a white fog rolling over the entire thing. Nico, you get this horrible sense of dread as you look into that fog.
Oh, this is guys. This is
I-
bad. This was my dream.
I would like to get off my horse, tie it up.
This does not feel right.
We would have tied up the horses before we followed too densely into the woods.
Yeah.
You're sure this is it,
Oh.
Nico?
I don't know what this is, but
Nico
it
specifically,
definitely feels.
please roll for perception.
Oh no, I'm not good at perception. 18 total.
As you're looking towards thinking, trying to remember the forest, you look over and you swear for a split second you see a green cloaked figure hiding in the shadows and then disappears immediately.
I'm just going in. Yeah. Nico's walking straight in.
Are you guys following?
I guess so.
You're leaving the horses behind, right?
Tied up, yeah.
Okay. You guys are going to continue walking. Please, Dyer, will you roll a d20? You guys all hear a weird... It sounds like a group of children giggling off in the distance. You're hearing weird murmurs of... It sounds like a busy town. And you remember when you entered into the forest, when you got off the beaten path, it was about noonish, maybe 1. You've been out on the road for a little while, but because you followed the path, you didn't really come across any of interest. But when you turned off, it very quickly seemed to get darker. And now you're starting to hear that giggling, and it sounds like an incredibly busy town as you keep walking by. And will all of you roll for perception?
Yeah,
15.
I knew my luck is gonna run out.
18?
9 total.
Kazim, as you guys are walking down, you're hearing this town. It sounds like it's starting to surround you. You hear jingle bells, like the da-da-dun of something walking by, and as you quickly turn to it, you see on one of the branches, pointing in a certain direction, is another one of the jingle bells that were on top of the arrows.
Yeah, I guess I'll point it out and try to follow that direction now.
As you guys continue down into this creepy, dark woods, Nico, you can't help but get this even greater sense of dread. Something's coming, you feel. And you start seeing all of a sudden through the fog, you see these rooftops that look very familiar begin coming through the fog as you begin walking across into the forest, and you come across this small bridge over a tiny creek with a worn down bridge going across it. And you can see a very familiar small village that you saw within your dreams.
Yeah. Guys, it's right in the middle of that city over there. In the middle of a fountain on a pedestal. There's going to be a white orb. I can't touch it.
I can't do that. But that's what we're looking for. Keep your eyes open. And he's going to pull out his dagger, and he's going to summon Tammy.
If you guys
Is-
would like to, please go into roll 20.
Oh shit!
Is there a canopy above us, or is it open airspace?
You are at the edge of the tree line where you guys were in that forest. Above you right now there is a tree line, but you see that there's a creek or a river that's kind of going across, and it goes up into a clearing for this town.
I'm gonna fly up and just try to get an aerial view, see if I see anything important.
Okay. How high up are you going?
60 feet.
So as you begin kind of flying straight up, you see the sea of trees that are completely around, but you look at the town and you just see a very dense fog over the entire town. So you don't really see all that much. You see a couple of the peaks of the rooftops, and you see a couple of where the roofs have been caved in and stuff, but you don't see all that much other than just fog.
Do I see any particularly tall building?
They all kind of seem the same height. And there's only about like 5 different peaks of buildings, so it looks like an incredibly small little village. You guys do have control over your characters, I think.
Oh,
Uh,
I
guess
suppose
I'll-
Nico will lead because he has
I was
walked
gonna say,
here before.
yeah, you know this road. We don't.
Well, Nico is gonna be walking. Like he's scared shitless right now, but he is. Mystrix waiting for him. He's gonna get there. He's gonna find her. Yes.
Okay, so as you begin...
And yeah, I summoned Tammy right away.
Okay, go ahead and
I
take
did
away
that.
half your HP, as
Yeah.
in front of both of you, this purple, or this blue smoke comes pouring out of Nico's arm, as you see it kind of form once again into that kind of similar height and shape of Nico, but polar opposites, as he kind of stretches his back and stands up straight and looks around and goes, I see we've made it. Hello, Nico.
Yeah, it's hi. It's somewhere here. I know this, and I know that you know too.
Well, quickly, we must go find your friend, as the other Nico pops up here. He begins walking very quickly down the alleyway in between these 2 buildings. One smaller than the other. The larger one looks to be some kind of bunkhouse, perhaps maybe a farmhouse. The smaller one seems to be some kind of storage shed. And as you begin walking down this, what used to be cobblestone street, you see that it's been taken over by this mud and years of just kind of neglect. You're seeing cracks within the actual stonework. You're looking at these buildings and they're covered in vines all over. The windows are busted in. The roofs seem to be caving in entirely. It looks like it's been destitute for years upon years. As you begin coming down past a entrance that was it seems to be another way either in or out of the town, but as you keep going down the street, you notice that there is, hold on, I'm trying to get it to reveal. You notice that there is a courtyard now, and in the middle of that courtyard is a very familiar water fountain with a circular base and a pedestal in the middle and a beautiful white stone, perfectly spherical, glowing out of the entire thing. And in that fountain is Mystrix's unconscious body lying there. Around you is 3 or 4 more buildings, all fairly large. It looks like it looks like it could probably house about 40-ish people here, if not more. It looks like the beginnings of maybe a smaller town that was beginning to pop up. You see that what used to be these fields, now overgrown with weeds and decay, not properly tended after. You see these weird pop marks as if perhaps something large came through and created these craters in the ground. You're noticing that ornate stonework on the buildings has fallen off and crumbled away from pure erosion. These different pieces of wall that looked like they probably broke off, overgrown with vines and ivy. Very obviously something has happened here, and it's just been left for years, completely forgotten about.
Well, I feel like Nico would just run up to Mystrix's body and, just hold on to it. He was not supposed to touch the sphere, but...
As you begin running towards the body, you do hear a very familiar of a horse, and look over and see a stable, and there is actually Buttercup in a stable. Half of it is fallen down, but you see in a very... One at the end still seems to be standing perfectly fine, and you do see Buttercup left in there.
That's totally not a Buttercup. Let's go, guys. And yeah, I'm going to hold Mystrix's body. Hug it, just hold it out of the water.
There's a crystal there as well?
Yes, everything. So this is what's weird about this town. Everything around you seems to be overgrown and forgotten about, but for some reason, this crystal, everything else has vines and cracks. This crystal is perfect. It looks like it hasn't gained any dust on it. It looks like it's been shined or something every day. It's glowing and it's perfectly smooth. Not a single weird impact on it at all. It seems so out of place because it seems so clean. And from your guys' perspective, this is another weird thing. Again, just 2 hours ago, you swear it was 1 in the afternoon. You look straight up, it's nighttime. But the light coming from the stars, it looks like that stone could be made entirely out of starlight. It's so bright and white and pure.
Yay!
Well, Nico is not gonna pay the stone any mind necessarily. He's just making sure. I mean, Mystrix, is she alive? As he's holding her in his arms.
She has a pulse, but you kind of lift up the eyes and they're just kind of glossy white. There's no color in the eyes whatsoever. It looks like you can tell that she's alive, but for lack of a better term, it seems like she's just empty. And Kazim, you hear Tamiel just kind of walk next to you and goes, yes.
What do you know about that stone?
I know you shouldn't touch it.
Is this what happened? She touched it and her mind just went sucked into it?
Her mind is in the stone. She's here. She's still here, just like the rest of this town.
Is the rest of the town in the stone too?
Where do you think they would have gone? It's a beautiful town. You should see it for what it's truly like. You see him kind of looking around. You see him like tracking movement. He's obviously seeing something that you guys don't see.
Tammy, are there ghosts here?
Not ghosts. They're actually here. Or at least they think they are. And Mystrix, as you are beginning to kind of come out of your realization as you're looking around, you do, in the middle of the town, with all of the different people around, see Nico with black skin and white hair. And you seem to be the only person that can see him.
Wait, I see negative Nico?
Yes, with his necrotic hand.
I'm literally gonna stop in my tracks and be like, okay, gather all of your courage. And staying like 6 feet away from him, I'm gonna like walk up and be like, Tammy?
You see him quickly stop, and you guys all notice this too, as he quickly turns. And he's looking at something away from all of you, and he just kind of gives a big grin and goes, There she is. Comfortable?
Mildly panicking. When am I?
Oh, you're in the same year. You're just in the same town. In the same place.
She like visibly looks like completely distraught because she's like, how the fuck? Okay. Where's Nico? If you're here, where's Nico?
Well, believe it or not, he's holding you. Nico, you hear Tammy just say that out in the open.
Oh, I just hug Mystrix.
Mystrix, you can weirdly feel this warmth kind of envelop you.
And they know where I am?
For the most part.
But it's so confusing. They know where I am but where I'm not, right?
Well, your body had to be somewhere, right?
Just a cold chill, just ah. What do I do?
This is gonna be a little bit trickier than some might think.
Do I just touch the rock again? I'll touch the rock again. I'll hug it. I'll pay in money. I just want to be here.
Well, I'm sorry, Mystrix, but you're going to have to die.
I've died 4 times already. That doesn't help anything. You see where I am, so...
You have to convince somebody in there to kill you.
You're
What
funny.
did you just say?
You're funny, but this is
What?
not the time for...
Do I look like I'm kidding? Unfortunately,
I
you
don't
have
know.
trapped yourself in a starlight dreamstone, and the only way to leave it is for your dreams to end. Unfortunately, in something as comfortable as this, and he kind of looks around at the whole town, looking at all the people walk by. Obviously, no one else wants to leave. But that seems to be the only way. Have you felt a weird suspicion that everything's fine? You don't need to leave. This is where you belong.
Yeah, that's a...
You have to convince one other person that something's wrong.
I can't just, like, suicide myself?
Fortunately, it doesn't work like that. Why don't you
That's-
try?
Would you want me to try killing myself?
You see him sitting there smiling, large, and goes, "See what happens."
No, I want you to tell me directly to kill myself if that's what you want me to do. If you think that'll actually help me.
I'd like you to try.
Try what?
You feel like him, you feel this like him toying with you and goes, "You're welcome to stay in there forever if you'd like to. I have no quorum about it. I'm only here for Nico. He asked for my help. I've told you what you need to do. Now, it probably could help if I send somebody else in there, and they could probably take your place, but either way, someone has to die."
I'm not gonna let them do that. No. I'm a lot less dangerous if I'm in here.
I'll
I'm
do it.
a lot less crazy.
We
I'm
heard
in here.
Tammy say you need to convince somebody in the stone to kill you, right?
Yes.
We just heard all that
You
one-sided
were hearing
conversation?
all of Tammy's side.
I'll do it.
Tammy, if we touch the stone, we go in there, right?
Of course. Kind of. You also stay out here. It's where the rest of the town is. And you see him kind
I
of
get-
wave his hand, and you're seeing all these hundreds of bones surrounding the entire area, glowing bright blue. They all have ended up here, and no
Who are
one
you
has
talking?
wanted to leave. Oh, the rest of your little group is here. They're trying to figure out how to get in.
Do not let them do that.
Silas, I have a plan.
Why don't
Please,
you
if
tell
you
them?
have
And all of
any-
a sudden, his necrotic hand goes over and grabs the back of your fur and the rest of you see this weird blue lights coming forth from the hand, and you are seeing Mystrix, but in like this weird like commoner attire. She looks like a farm girl, but as a tabaxi. And you see him just kind of holding her. And Mystrix, you are now seeing Nico holding your body. You're seeing the rest of your group, and goes, I can hold this for about 2 minutes. If you have something to say, I suggest doing it now.
Nice new duds.
Oh, you're so funny. You're so funny. Don't touch that rock. Please, for the love of everything, don't touch that rock.
Then how the
It
hell are
was
we
so
gonna get you out of
shiny
there?
and so pretty, and I just wanted to touch it, and I'm sorry.
If
I-
if Silus and I go in, I know a way that we can kill you and then kill each other at the same time.
But we don't know if that'll work. Just don't do it. Just leave me here.
I mean, we gotta get you out somehow.
You don't have to get me out.
Is
Face
she
well,
just,
Mystrix.
is she
it,
just
I am
asleep on the floor?
I am a lot easier to deal with when I'm not under Thurston's influence, and he's not here. He's not talking
Mystrix.
to me.
If it was one of us, and we asked you that,
You're not under the influence of the one thing
I'm
that
asking you.
everyone else wants to kill.
if me or Nico or Kazim were in there and we asked you to leave us, would you?
Probably. If it's really what you wanted.
Would it feel
Bullshit.
right?
No. But then again,
Remember what we spoke about in the tavern?
okay.
Would you do it? Would you walk away?
It would hurt. But if I believe it's what's best, then yeah.
Okay.
Just blow the rock up. Let the dreams end with what they have now.
If we blow the rock up, do you die for real?
I don't know.
And how,
Timmy?
Kazim, do you propose to do that?
We're the bomb squad, baby. We can do it. I mean,
Well,
I've
see,
destroyed orbs way
see-
larger and way fancier than this.
You see Tammy start walking over to Nico and kind of look down and just says, well, there is another way. However, someone has to pay a price. And he's looking at you, Nico.
Kazim, what was your plan?
Whatever he wants, don't do it, Nico.
My plan was go in, shoot an arrow in the air, and then when it lands and it's about to hit you in the head to kill you, you swing and kill me.
And if that didn't work?
If it'll suffice with you guys, I'll try to
try
anger
again.
somebody here where they'll kill me.
You're more than welcome to.
We're going to give you an hour.
And if I don't wake up, just go. No more me having to deal with the two other voices in my goddamn brain all the time. I'll be fine. Yes, when I remember things, I will miss the shit out of you guys. But I will remember that I did it for a good reason.
An hour?
An hour. That's all I'm giving you, Mystrix.
That's all I need. Things will be fine, you'll see.
Very well. Your hour starts now. Good luck, Mystrix. As he lets go of the tuft and you begin
just
fading
gonna,
back
like,
into it.
You jerk. Like, I just imagine he drops her and she's like,
Yep.
you turd.
Yep, you just fall on the ground in the middle of this very bustling town.
Out
Well,
of curiosity, Tammy,
I knew I'd pique your interest.
what would you need?
the scroll in the cave that we're going to. It belongs to me. Do that, and I go grab your friend.
So what, you could resurrect yourself?
The purpose of why I need the scroll is none of your concern. All you need to know is I need it.
Let me do some negotiating with this asshole. Let me see what I can get out of him.
Well, you wanted to talk to him anyway. I'm just gonna. I don't have the strength for that, but I'm gonna pick Mystrix out of the fucking water, you know?
Oh,
And, like,
it's
just go to
completely
the
barren.
side.
It has been dry forever. There is no
It's
water.
dry.
There is
Okay,
no
I thought
water.
was
It has been
water.
dry and cracked, and yeah, it has been left alone for years.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave Kazim and Tamil alone, but I'm gonna walk past Kazim and whisper as softly as I can in his ear. Is it okay if I message him what I say?
Yeah, feel free.
Right.
Of course.
I need to pick my words very carefully.
While he's texting me that, I'm gonna look at Tommy and say, "Hey,
By the way, Mystrix, you heard Tammy say that all he needs is the scroll that's in the cave. Because you can still see him. You don't know how, but you're still able to see him. So what do you say, Kazim?
I'm specifically not calling him Tammy to see if that gets a rise out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy, would you follow me into this building so we can have a chat?"
Sure, Kevin.
Ah. I like this guy. And I'll bring him in here, I guess.
Okay, so when we're looking at the courtyard, we kind of go into one of the more rundown buildings with the it looks like what could have been a storage room at some point. Perhaps that was another one of the farmhouses of the 5 bigger buildings. As we kind of go in there is what looks to be a small fireplace, could be a destroyed like furniture set. Perhaps there was a table or something in there. The ground looks like it was hardwood floors at some point, but obviously with all the breaking and rotting of that stone, a lot of the vines and weeds have come up and it's been dusted out of the dirt, and there is just a layer of dust over everything as you kind of walk in, and Tammy just kind of walks over to the fireplace and snaps his finger as it lights and leans up against it and goes, "Now what would a disciple of Lyra like from someone such as myself?"
Lyra. Oh, Misty? Oh yeah. My octave is gonna drop about an octave rather.
Mhm.
My mistress is very curious as to your nature. I'm gonna need some details if I allow you to have that scroll.
You see him kind of straighten up a little bit and go, "Allow me? You seem to have a misconception on who has any authority in this place. I could care less if your friend stays out there. That is what's up for negotiation. I care not what some lowly god hiding in the shadows would like to know of me." I believe you'd have to offer me something a little bit more.
As a cleric of lies, know this is the truth. I will gladly burn that scroll in front of you if I don't get some answers. Capiche?
You see his kind of necrotic hand kind of crawling towards you as it grips underneath your chin and goes, "And know this, Kazim. Your life is meaningless in my hands. You may be a cleric." And he brings your face very closely, and you're looking in these negative Nico's eyes, and you're just seeing just this swirl of. It looks like you're looking into the astral sea, and he goes, "But I am a god. Do not forget your place. If
That
life,
chance, loser. Here's how this is gonna work. Give me some fucking answers for her. My life is meaningless, but at least she gives me a little bit of purpose.
Does a
So
17
here's what's
hit?
gonna happen. 17 does hit.
Take 15 points of necrotic damage. As you
I'm gonna
begin,
stand there and take it like a champ.
as you begin to start talking smack, you're feeling this burning sensation as you just feel your flesh begin to start rotting away and kind of your eyes begin to dim a little bit. And he goes, I think this conversation is over. Good luck
That was a
to you,
cheap
Kazim.
shot. Dagger in his chest.
Roll for the attack.
Dirty 20.
Okay, go ahead and roll for the damage.
But this counts as a sneak attack.
No. Since he's in your fucking face.
6 radiant and 7 slashing.
Okay, so you
Or piercing.
the dagger goes into his chest quite a little bit. And
I'm gonna say Archie.
he quickly raises you up and throws you through the fucking wall of the building. And the two of you see Kazim all of a sudden flying into the middle of this courtyard as Tammy begins walking out and looks at you, Nico, and says, your friend needs to learn some manners.
When I hit the ground, I'm just gonna, just like, pained, groaning, Archie!
That's a rage.
Oh my god.
He looks
no, no, no,
he
no,
looks
no,
at
no,
you,
no, no, no.
Silus, and goes, the battle is not yours. When I am insulted by somebody who thinks they have power, I'd
You
like to remind
started it.
them.
Does a 24 clear the con save?
Yeah?
Okay, I'm raging.
Okay. What would you like to do?
I'm getting in between these two.
My quarrel has ended. He just needed to learn that he does not have nearly as much power as he might think.
You fucking started it?
You don't either. You're meaningless, I'm meaningless, Kazim's meaningless, we're all meaningless. Time will forget us all.
He
But you want Nico on side.
he looks at you,
want
Nico.
that boy with you.
He just looks
and
at
that
you,
boy's
Nico,
with us.
and says, you have 30 minutes to answer me, or I leave your friend in there. And he just evaporates and leaves.
I'm gonna turn to Nico. Now do you see what I see? And I'm still
He's
raging.
not a bad guy, I swear.
I
Take
don't
damage from getting
believe
thrown
you.
30 feet.
Yes. You take... Ooh, fuck. 12 bludgeoning.
Oh! Okay.
Are you out?
So forget everything I just said.
Oh.
I'm unconscious.
Yeah, Kazim's unconscious.
spare the dying bonus action.
I assumed because we were out of combat that he doesn't need to make... That's fine, yeah. I feel like that's probably what you were doing in between them.
Yeah, it's just to make sure he doesn't
Yeah.
have to roll their saves.
And you...
And so that I don't fuck up medicine.
And weirdly, you did get the feeling from Tammy that there was no... Normally you can tell when there's like... When they're bloodthirsty. He just seemed totally apathetic. Just didn't care. He wasn't out for blood. It looked... You can tell, obviously, this was to make a point and nothing more.
What a fucking bitch.
I will be staring at Nico. I don't believe you. If he was a good person, he'd help Mystrix because he knows that you care about her. He's trying to get things out of you. Whatever he needs that scroll for, he is using you.
I know that he's using me. Of course he doesn't need me. I'm just the first fucking idiot who walked across that fucking necklace castle. I know that. I know that I'm fucking nothing to him. I know.
Yet you defend him. You say he's your first friend, your only friend. What does that make us? We have
Silus.
fought and died for you. Mystrix suffered because she didn't want to hurt you. And I go and touch the stone.
Okay. Is anyone doing it? Are you doing anything, Nico, or are you just gonna let him?
Silas has decided. Silas does. Nico is just holding Mystrix. Actually, no. I'm gonna fucking stand up, walk up to Kazim, and like, it's not lay on hands. What the fuck is it called? I don't know.
Ladies,
I
hands
don't
on this
know my
motherfucker.
fucking spell.
Healing.
Oh, inflict
healing
wounds. That's what you're talking
Healing. Man.
Yeah, it's the healing hands. It's the fucking stupid ASMR bullshit things.
Inflict
Oh.
hands.
These bitches.
Oh, where the fuck is that? Healing hands. Healing hands. 3d4. Let's see.
That's just something.
You
Asmr
gain
has.
8. Yes, ASMR has that as a racial.
Yeah, all
8
SMRs
points
have
of
it.
healing.
Nice.
Kazim's back up
I'm-
with 8.
I'm not in my body, or I'd do
So,
this.
what happens is, in front of you guys, you see Silus just kind of walk up and just quickly grab it, and he just drops flat out on the ground. It almost looks like he just loses all consciousness and he just drops into the fountain. Crumpled up. That's it. Silus, as soon as you touch it, you just feel this warm sensation, and you immediately just kind of sit up and wake up in this bed. And you're just in a unfamiliar room with 5 beds in it, and you just hear the door kind of open, and a younger human, probably about 18, 19, walking and goes, "Oh, well, you're awake."
That I am.
Took quite a nasty fall. Come have lunch with my family.
I thank you for your hospitality, and I understand it is rude, but may I stretch my legs before I'm a druid, and I'd like some fresh air to clear my head.
Please do, please do. Enjoy the fresh air. It doesn't get any cleaner than this. Roll for wisdom save.
That's a 13.
You feel this weird calming urge coming over you as you feel this strange feeling that this is where you're supposed to be. You feel comfortable. You start questioning if whether everything you've been experiencing for the past couple of years, if that was just some weird dream as you wake up in this town, as you walk out, and you're in the same town that you were in before, but it's full of people. It's bustling, it's beautiful. The sky is a gorgeous blue. The buildings are all how they were supposed to be, and obviously taken in care. And you see over at the water fountain is Mystrix, but you don't recognize her, as you don't remember why you are here. You don't remember why you came in here. You just feel like you're supposed to be here. Mystrix, you look over at the fountain and you notice that there's this red bottle sitting there with a note underneath it.
Read the note.
The note just says, "Pick one, they will do the deed." Signed, T. And you look behind you, and you see Silus.
Going to scream his name and run over and fucking like bulldog, like just grab him by the waist and hug him.
While you guys are hugging in this weird, strange town, it seems to be perfectly normal. It's weirdly calm. You guys look at Mystrix behind Silus as you're hugging him. You seeing the green cloaked woman once more, just staring at you. Kazim and Nico, as you guys are in this abandoned town, now trying to figure out what to do with your 2 unconscious friends no longer there. Nico, you look off in the woods and you see a green cloaked female watching over you. And you're not too sure where Tammy seems to have gone, but you feel that familiar feeling that he's somewhere nearby. You're not too sure what you should do now. You're not too sure what the answers should be. All you know is that your friends are no longer here, and you're not too sure what's going to happen to them. And I think that's where we're going to call it for this week. That was something else. That was interesting. Kazim,
Just a friendly reminder.
interesting tactic.
I thought that was going to go completely differently.
But no, just a friendly reminder. The episode in which I get sucked into this bitch comes out with this.
Yep. As soon as I'm done editing this one, I have the other one edited. I'm going to try and upload them around the same time. It's just a little bonus to find out how Mystrix got here and what exactly ended up happening with her.
Well, you can find it as Spotify.
Check out the
Spotify's gonna-
Spotifys, the YouTubes, the TikToks, all that good shit. Thank you guys for coming to hang out with us. Also, one more time, thank you guys for 2,000 listens over on Spotify. That's fucking insane to me.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to do one more shot for you guys as we are about to exit out of here with our theme song one more time. Till I see you guys next week, I love you all. I hope you all have a fantastic week and a fantastic weekend. Thanks for playing with me. Thanks for listening. Have a good one. Who wants to do it this week?
I will.
Nico. Wait, make Nico do it.
Nico, do
Nico.
it.
Oh my god.
Nico!
How does it go?
Fly!
Something like that.
What is a ray of light without the shadow it creates? What is the darkness without desire for flame? What is a warrior without a worthy foe? What would you like to do? It's time to roll. When the lines between good and evil are blurred, no one knows if there is Dune or Paler came first. An ancient struggle throughout all time to push against the other keeps both upright. Is the coming chaos worth the peace? Is it all just a puzzle to complete? A one-sided coin can't exist, isn't real, and thus goes the tales of Ethyl. Thus goes the tales of Ethyl.